Yes, people, welcome back to another stream and welcome back to the first panel show of the season. We've had a rest. The boys have been on holidays. Everyone's been getting the recovery in, and we are back. And I'm telling you, the lads are fired up for it, man. I've already seen these guys on Twitter rattling people. But shout out to Poolpy, shout out to Joe, Danny, Tariq, and Jay. The boys' links are in the description. Make sure you guys are following up, apart from Poolpy's, because this isn't coming up for some reason. Poolpy, if you DM me or send me a private message, I'll get it in, but it's not coming up on YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, we'll get it in there. But all the links are in the description. Make sure you guys are following up. Big up, lads, for joining. There's loads of stuff to talk about, boys. We need to talk about the Rodri situation. We've obviously signed Anderson. I've not spoke to anybody on the panel show about Anderson, so it'll be interesting to see what the boys are saying there. Rumours have it that we're signing Biwadi, but who else? We need a right back. We arguably need another midfielder. What's going on with Savio? Are we sending Ryan McAdoo into the first team? Are we happy with Maresca? Thoughts on yesterday's performance and much more. But big up, lads, for joining me. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. But listen, there's only one place to start, and that is with this guy here, yeah? It's with this guy here, chat, yeah? Because this guy is meant to be the person on the panel who calls everybody out for saying negative shit. Yeah, he says we're all plastics whenever we have a little bit of a whinge. Yeah, what I've seen, but what I've seen from you today on Twitter, bro, is a disgrace.
Not just today.
Yourself.
It's not just today.
Yeah, not just today. But today was out of order from you. It was out of order.
What have I done? What's so bad?
No, you know what you've done. Don't play this game now where you're pretending like you don't know what you've done.
What have I done? I've used AI to draw a picture of Snake and Rodri's top.
Explain yourself.
Mate, you even sat back in your chair all smug. You know what you've done.
No, so I've made my point clear. So for those of you that I might not have seen this on social media because you haven't, and some of you absolutely will be hating for this, but right, also basically since I said 2 years ago, didn't I? Life after Rodri is coming. I said that on this show. When Rodri got injured, life after Rodri's here. Get used to it. I personally think. I don't like all this flirting with him in the media stuff and doing all the stuff behind the scenes. I didn't. The Alexander Arnold stuff stunk when it was Liverpool, and that's their dirty laundry. I don't like seeing Rodri flirting with Real Madrid. I hate Real Madrid. I hate them more than the most team that I hate in the world, and that is Liverpool. Right? So I hate Real Madrid. I hate them. I hate everything. So seeing him flirting with them after basically shitting on his biggest personal achievement ever. They did, and you can say they didn't have it. And then after 2 years of him literally being out of the game, for him to not either come out and say I want to go or I'm staying, and then there's all this circus in the media and all this drama. I hate it. So for me, I have said publicly, he's no longer a club legend. He is one level below, and that level below contains Yaya Toure, who has also flapped his gums and taken away his legendary status. So the legends are people like John Stones. Fernandinho, Sergio Aguero, Silva, De Bruyne. You know what I mean? Those are the legends. Their company are the legends. We can all say they are legends. The next one's down for those that are just, you know what? They could have been legends, but they went about things a bit shitty. And Rodri, this situation stinks. We can all admit it stinks. There can be nobody happy with this. So for me, you either own it and say, you know what, mate, I'm off. Bernardo said for years, I want to go. But he never went. He saw out his contract. He gave it everything. And I still think for that reason he could be classed as a legend because as much as he wanted to go somewhere, he did it.
Well, no, I don't understand.
You haven't even given him a chance to.
Let me finish. So the assignment was complete, and he gave everything. Rodri's assignment's not complete. He's now flirting through the media and all the agents, and he's not coming out and denying it. And all these cryptic interviews and stuff, bollocks to it. For me, if he wants to go, own it, and say, you know what, lads, I've had a great time. I want to go to Spain for this reason, that reason, whatever. But he won't do that.
There it is.
I'm not having it. So for me, for instance, if he wants to go. If he wants to stay. Don't leave us on the fence. Don't tickle our balls and think you're going to do it. Don't get us all, all this sort of stuff. Don't have it. Own it. And then then we can say, you know what, mate, thanks, but no thanks or whatever. I hate all this shit we're having to deal with now. So for me, no longer a legend. He's done legendary things. Yes,
Why do you think he hasn't why do you think he hasn't owned it, quote unquote, to use your words? We don't know what conversations he's having behind the scenes. Just because he hasn't come out publicly in social media, but that's not Rodri. Rodri's never been a social media guy. So to expect Rodri, of all people, to come out and blast this to the world social media wise, that is just not who he is. It's never been who he is.
All you have to do is
it's never going to be the case.
But he's got to give an interview to a journalist. He's had interviews where he could have said, he's always said, I'll talk when I'm done. I'll talk this after the World Cup. I'll talk. And now he's not talking now, is he?
I guess for me, I would rather him do his talking behind the scenes to the people in the offices and tell them what he wants. And then they figure out if they can make it happen or not. Because, again, he may or may not go. I just think, I love you, Pulpy. Definitely do. But that picture, that's way too far, bro. That's way too far.
Can I also
you're the snake.
Can I also ask you, what does assignment complete mean? Because if you think of Rodri's like the living embodiment of assignment complete. He's won everything at City. He's won the Euros. He's won the World Cup. The one thing he's not won is La Liga. Is that not the last thing he needs for his assignment?
No. Why does that matter to me? Yeah, but why does what Rodri wants to achieve in his personal career matter to me?
But exactly, Pulpit, exactly. So why would Rodri... I'm not in a nasty way, but why would Rodri care about you? Like, do you know
he doesn't.
He
doesn't care about me.
The guy's got and I tried saying this to you last year, man. There's so much put into football players' loyalty in 2026. It doesn't fucking exist anymore. These guys play Manchester Derby and then go to a fucking Rihanna concert with the opposite team the same night. It doesn't exist no more. So you can't take away the opportunity to go back to his home city after everything he's done at the age he is now. You can't take that away from him. He doesn't owe us anything more, in my opinion.
I think he does. If you want to say about the Owen, I'll get to the 2 points. Let me go first to address the Owen thing does, right? How long's he been here? 7 years. The first season, shit. So that's the season that he wasn't really up to.
Come on, bro.
He wasn't great. He wasn't the best. Of his 7 years, his first season, he underwhelmed. Then he was an absolute legend. And the last 2 years, he's been injured and shit. So, come on. Of the 7 years, he's only really put 4 in. That's factual.
Only put 4 in is the biggest fucking understatement I've ever heard.
Is that factual?
It's probably the 4 that we won back to back.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you achieved. Is that a factual statement?
No, because he wasn't shit this past season.
No, I disagree.
He was not
shit.
Okay, well,
that's fine. And in terms of the other thing about him, what was the first point? Sorry, Jay. Go back to what you said at the beginning about
loyalty being a thing.
Yeah, so
it's not a thing in football.
It's not a thing.
These guys
not care. It's not a thing.
At the end of the day.
Except it is a thing for our club. It is a thing. We are the only club out there that has got any kind of loyalty. Look, over the last 10, 15 years, we've had more loyalty per club than any other club in the world. We have been very, very lucky that we've been spoiled with Agueros, Fernandinhos, all these other letters.
Both ways, bro, as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've been very, very spoiled. So if we didn't have those players,
to go out the door,
but if we didn't have those players, if they don't have those players, we had to have snake after snake after snake. I could accept it, but the fact that but what I'm saying is we've had loads and loads and loads of really high world class footballers that have stayed loyal for a long time. So that's why it's harder to take that we've got a world class player who is treating us a little bit. He's treating us a bit shitty. I don't like it because I'm used to having. I'm used to having legends treating us better. That's all I'm saying.
Go on. Let's bring Joe.
Joe. So I kind of understand on like the idea that you don't like how it's all come about and how it's all gone, but I think we've seen with basically any player that has any kind of dealings with Real Madrid, like that is not always on the player himself. Like Real Madrid's media circus do their thing no matter what, and I do think Rodri's obviously contributed to that. I think we all remember the press conference he gave like in the international break like a couple of months ago before the season was actually over, where he'd said something to the effect of like, oh, like who wouldn't be interested in playing for Real Madrid one day or something like that, because I remember everyone like booted off about it on Twitter when that came about. So I get it. I understand that like there's a thing to dislike there. I don't think you can, and I'm with you, Pulpy. I think because of that, you're well within your rights to sort of put him on that level below full legend status. I think that's valid. I think that's a fair thing. I mean, I don't know. It has to get more toxic for me, I think, for me to be at that level personally, but I totally understand it. However, you cannot have it both ways and say that it's fine for him But it's not fine for him, but it is fine for Bernardo, because the only reason why Bernardo didn't go anywhere is because no one paid the money that we were asking for him. He was begging every international break. The Portuguese media would ask him every international break for 2 or 3 years, what do you want to do? And his answer every time would be something to the effect of, the club know what I want, and they, and that's what it is. And that was always, I want to go. So he did do that a lot, and he did basically beg to leave every summer for 3 years. And yeah, eventually he signed the contract extension, and because it gave him a 50 mil buyout clause, by the way, which again, nobody paid. So it's not because of undying loyalty to the club that he stayed. It's because nobody paid the money. And I don't know why no one did. Like, it's fucking mental that no one paid that for Bernardo Silva, including when it was a 50 mil release clause. But I think for me, I'm very much on side with the idea of like that Rodri's gone about it in not the best way. I get it. And I think that, like, to Tarek's point, like, you don't have to come out on social media and deny it. Like, any footballer in the world can just pick up the phone to any journalist in the world and give that statement, and it's out there. Like, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to have a Twitter account to do it. But I'm also kind of the idea of, well, he's given 7 years of his career to us, and yeah, 2 of them he was basically been on the injury.
Let's not forget why though, Joe. As well, that guy ran his fucking ACL.
100%. His ACL finally packed in. His ACL finally packed in. You can't take that away from him. 4 seasons of 60 games, like uninterrupted, basically. Like, the guy like suffered for us, basically. It's like Laporte. His leg packed in for that treble season because he'd given it all for us the year before. We don't give Laporte shit for having wanting to leave at the end of that, but. Again, it's a very complex thing, because I do also understand that, having sort of rehabbed him for 2 years, and particularly this season just gone, we've basically got him to a point where his fitness has peaked at the World Cup, and therefore his performances have peaked at the World Cup. So that's benefited Spain, and that's great for Spain. But for about 6 months of the season just gone, he was pretty meh. Like, he got injured towards the end of the season just gone. And before that, his performances were going downhill because, again, Pep was playing him every fucking game he was available, which is another thing that sort of factors into this whole Rodri. So I kind of totally understand why a guy who's born and raised in Madrid, has been around the whole Real Madrid thing his entire life growing up, wants to see out his final big contract in his career at Real Madrid as the captain of Spain, who's just won the last thing to tick off the list in his career before doing so. I have no issue with him wanting to leave, but I also understand why you would take issue with kind of the way that it's gone about. But I also, on the other side of that, don't think that can possibly be avoided with Real Madrid. We saw it with Trent. We've seen it with every other player. What
specifically has he done wrong?
I don't.
It feels it's very obvious.
Transfer window, yeah. So it's a transfer window. This is the time when you get transfers. Yeah, he needs to get the deal done because he's 29, going on 30. Like, he's not got a lot of time. Like, what exactly is he doing that's so snake?
Can I tell you what I think it is, LB, bro?
Go on, Steve.
What you saying, man? Everyone good, yeah. Big up everyone, man. My little 2 pence on this here, yeah, this Rodri situation. I think in terms of the question there you ask, LB, what has he done wrong? Now, the thing is, bro, yeah, is whether we like it or not, well, we do like it, because this is a fact, in my opinion, is that Rodri has been the single most important player in the City team since I have been watching Man City. Like, he's been that significant to this team, and he's meant that much to us, and he's been a large part of our biggest successes. We've had successes before Rodri, but the biggest successes that we've had, the treble and stuff like that, he's been the most important person in that for me. And so when a guy that important is leaving the club, people are just going to be a bit hurt, innit, man? People are going to speculate, and people are going to chat shit, and people are going to hate as well. People are going to find reasons to hate because they just don't want that important figure to leave the dressing room. Yeah. And it is sad, but it goes to show as well, boys, where we've come as a football club. For me, the fact that we're questioning Real Madrid's knock, because Real Madrid have come knocking for our boy because he's the best in the world, yeah? He's come knocking for our boy. And who do we think we are to question Real Madrid's knock? You can't question that knock, man. That knock, it's different still.
He has twerked.
And it hurts me.
He has twerked for him big time.
Yeah, and I don't like it as well. And the thing is as well, Joe, yeah, what hurts me is because for me, with the Rodri thing again, I feel like they treat him like a dickhead, man. When it was his turn, when he was the best player in the world, I would be a bit bitter about that, me. That's just me, innit? but he's there.
But
He's
that's
taking
that.
it down
So I did a stream this morning, right, Steve, and people kept on bringing this up, yeah, about how they treated Rodri.
I don't
like
think he
dick,
gives
yeah.
a fuck.
But wait a sec, yeah. Why is that our problem? They didn't treat me like a dick. They treated Rodri like a dick. Now they did treat him like a dick, and it was disrespectful to him. But if he's not asked.
If he's not bothered,
Why should I be asked?
I
Why am
disagree,
I
mate. They
getting
treated our club.
second-hand embarrassment or
No,
like
they dragged our club through the shit, mate. They dragged our club.
They didn't drag the club through the shit.
They did.
Yes, they did.
How did they drag our club through the shit?
How? Because Rodri achieved all that by playing for our club.
Yeah, but
club,
it was
mate.
an individual award.
How's that
No.
dragged?
How does he get that individual award just by wearing a suit and going on stage? No, he gets
Yeah,
that by
but
playing.
it was for his performances for Spain as well. It's an individual award. It was
No, I'm not having it. That he got that award by being part of our team. Without that,
No,
he ain't
bro,
getting the award.
he won the Euros with Spain.
I'm not.
Yeah,
No,
Spain-
the
Spain
Euros wasn't just the only part of it. Else otherwise, he wouldn't. No, I'm not having
That's
it.
what got it over the line.
I'm sorry, but I'm not having it. They dragged our name through the shit.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
How did they drag us through the shit?
No, they did. They're disrespecting our club, man. I'm not having it. I'm sorry, but
It's an individual player award. If it was
Absolutely.
a club award, I'd understand it. But if it's
No.
an individual player award, if he's not asked, then that's
I know, because
not
what happened when? Hang on, what happened when Haaland went and got it, and he should have got it a couple of years before? Did we turn up and kick up a fuss? No, because we respect the situation. They don't. They disrespected the whole of world football and our club directly because it was Rodri who's playing for our club. I'm sorry, but on that situation, they were absolutely shit, and that for me was sick with me forever. That they disrespected the guy's biggest ever achievement.
Yeah, his biggest ever achievement.
He's our footballer. He's our footballer.
Why does it? Why? But he's fine with it. So why? Aren't
Well, I'm
we?
not. But it's my club. Rodri will be gone.
But you're not his
The only,
agent, mate.
Pulpy, the only,
You're
the only-
not
Shit, no, like, no, but look, I'll die on a fence here. The disrespect is my club. Expect the same way they expect
the only
United fans to
club
stick up
they
their
dragged,
club.
the only
No,
club
not
they
having it.
dragged through the mud that day was themselves. Like everyone thought
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
it was embarrassing.
Nah,
It
boys,
was-
have
It was
some
embarrassing
pride.
for them.
To us.
Have
It
some
did absolutely
pride.
nothing to us.
Nah,
It did
have
absolutely
some pride.
at all.
All the City fans were laughing at them, Pulpy. They did that to themselves and embarrassed themselves, and we was all laughing at them. We didn't come out bad from that situation one bit.
Nah, I'm
mate.
not having it.
They made a mockery of their own
Roll
club
some
by the way
bollocks.
that they acted.
What if he doesn't even leave? What if he does end up staying, whether it be
Then
for
I'll
just
get
the rest of
Rodri.
this
Then
year,
I'll-
whether it's just for this
I'll-
1 year
I'll-
or God forbid he does extend? What are you going to do? Because you've already put out the fact that he's a snake and all this stuff.
No,
I just think you went too
intrigue.
soon. You just went.
This is why
I wouldn't
why
have
I
that
find it
opinion
mad.
even if he leaves. I'm not going to have that opinion even if he leaves. But I just think you went too soon, and I don't know, man.
A lot of fans are doing that. There's a lot of people already talking about him being a snake and a rat and stuff. And it's like, bro, this guy could still be at the club in 2 months' time. Like, what are you gonna do then? Like when he's still here?
I'll go and
Like,
get Rodri on the back of my shirt and I'll wear it to the
But
match.
this is the thing with the Bernardo. This is the thing with the Bernardo comparison against. Like the reason why we like Bernardo is because he stayed and put 100% in. Like if Rodri doesn't leave and puts in Bernardo level effort for his final year of his contract, then what reason do we have to hate him at that point? Like what reason do we have?
And Bernardo, the only reason Bernardo stayed is because no one bidded the money for him.
Yeah.
And Bernardo told us for all those years, I want to go home. I want to end my career in Portugal and yada yada boom boom. And he rocked up at Real Madrid as well. So I mean,
And
what
he's
are you
still,
saying?
I'll divide all that stuff. He still gave it everything. He missed 8 games in 8 years. Come on.
Is he a
But
rat?
that's what I was
Is he a
saying
rat?
earlier. You haven't even given him a
Is he a rat?
chance to show up.
Is he a rat, Bernardo Silva?
No.
Yeah, he's gone to the club.
Why? Because he
Why-
he
why
didn't
did he
stay
rat-
from his choice. He
Hang
didn't
on.
stay by his choice.
Did his contract expire?
Yeah.
So then he's free to do what he wants.
Madrid dragged our club through the mud pool pay. Like he's turned his back on us.
Hang on. Nobody even knew he was going to Real Madrid until he went to Real Madrid. So we didn't know he was
How
flirting.
dare
The thing
you
is as well,
go-
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. You know
It
it's
could
not
be
the
in
same.
our best interest to cash in on Rodri because at this rate we're going to lose him for nothing next season. Then, right? So
Fucking make him a prisoner.
Fucking hell, man. And then lose him on a free next summer when he's
No,
not
it's
gonna
what's
play.
best for business, man. I mean, I would keep him for.
I think the World Cup's probably benefited us in the long run, yeah, because it's probably
100%.
added another 30-40 million onto the fee.
Added 30-40 million. They've already what paid.
We get the money, and we fucking move, man. We've
Yeah,
got-
yeah,
I'll be real with
They
you, mate.
paid.
I couldn't give a shit about the fee. You can't put a price on another season of Rodri in this transitional period under a new
but,
kind of agree.
but you can if he's going to leave on a free anyway.
Right. So what?
But
you-
if we
you-
win, what if we
you're
win?
downgrading no matter what.
Yeah,
The
I know.
fee- the
that's
fee
fine,
has
but
to
you've still
be-
got to move.
The fee has to be for me 100 mil. It has to be. It has to be 100 mil.
it's
Not
got to
okay,
be. Man.
that's
The
what
And
guy's
you
still
can
the top
use
level.
that as a bargaining chip now. He's just one fucking player of the tournament at a World Cup captain.
He's still the best player in his
Give us
position,
another
you know?
40 million.
It is, Steve. You can't. I'm seeing these rumours today about 65 million euros. Nah, it's 100 mil, bro. Yeah, because I put this out there, right? And I said basically, for me, the fee, right? You have to ask yourself a question: what are the chances of Manchester City winning the Premier League or Champions League with Rodri in the side? And then what are the chances of us winning the Premier League or Champions League with him not in the side, aka sell? Now, I'll put this out there for free, yeah? UCL, Champions League, 0 chance we're winning that if Rodri leaves. I'm just saying that for facts. We are not winning the Champions League if Rodri's not in the team. You think we're going to rock up in a Champions League with Anderson, who's played 120 games, and Biwadi, who's 18, and think you're going to win a Champions League? No chance. So forget about the Champions League. So that's a major L. What does that cost you? And Premier League, I think you go from the favourites. I genuinely think we're the favourites if Rodri's here next year. I think we're the favourites. To I probably think we're not the favourites. I think it goes back to Arsenal if Rodri's not fit. So for me, I have to think about that. 0 chance of winning the Champions League without Rodri, in my opinion. And we go from favourites to not favourites without Rodri. For me, that's 100 mil minimum. I don't know what you guys are saying, but that's where I'm at.
Right. So how much did Real Madrid sell Casemiro for?
95.
It was something
65 million on it. They've got some fucking brass neck to say they're going to pay less to us than what he's worth. I want 100 mil. If he's going to go 100 mil, if not, he can fucking play for us.
The problem that the club have is that we all know that Madrid will just sit there and take him on a free next year, and the club have then got as much as we all agree here that a year of Rodri is worth much more than 60 mil or something like that. The club has sat there thinking, well, we could have 60 mil if and there's a chance that Rodri might just stink it up a bit and leave. And I also think as well, there's an element of just because Rodri's played a mint 8 games in a couple of months at the World Cup, I'm personally not convinced that he's going to do that for a full season.
He's also about to have surgery.
We're not getting that same Rodri that you saw at the World Cup.
He's about to have surgery as well. Let's not forget.
I don't need it for the full season.
This isn't to say that I don't think, obviously, as LB said, there are chances of winning things are a lot higher with Rodri than without him, but he's not going to be like, it's not like you're keeping the Ballon d'Or level Rodri here for another year. Like it's gone. Even though I think he will win the Ballon d'Or next year because.
So what's the minimum that you would accept then? Because the thing about the risk thing about he might not be great next year. He might get injured. I agree with this. This is a risk, right, of keeping a player. But so what for you is the fee where you go, yeah, I'd get rid.
Like if we get 80 million pounds. I'll be happy.
I think I'll take it.
But I think I would personally ask for 100. But if I find out the club have
that's a bare
80,
minimum, yeah.
I'll be like, right, fine. But anything less than that, and I'm kind of in the why the fuck have we sold him territory. That's what it's
I
like
agree.
for me.
Yeah, around about that.
Mate,
none of us are gonna like it, but at the end of the day, like it's not.
It's gonna happen. The quicker we get fucking to grips with it, the better, man. Right.
This is the thing when you've got a club when we support a club whose policy is if you don't want to be here, then get the fuck out. Like
exactly.
they just decide that there's a fee and they're willing to pay. I mean, look, the asking price for Bernardo Silva was criminally low, wasn't it? It's not our fault no one paid it, but like once they decide that a player is free to leave, the amount of money that they ask for isn't typically.
And everyone always goes on about if the heart's not in it, get him out of the club. Why is it changed with Rodri?
I don't say that. I've never said that. I think that's...
People do, though. People do.
I don't get that.
Pep brought that.
You know what I mean? If the heart's not in it and they want to leave, then let them fucking leave. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it was Pep that brought that in because he just couldn't be asked dealing with people that didn't want to be there.
Listen, if it was Rico Lewis flirting all summer for a move to fucking MK Dons, no one would give a shit, man. And it's just because it's Rodri, everyone's obviously seen.
Yeah, but that is fair. That is fair that it's our best player, and therefore that changes the moves.
No, because Puppy only cares about loyalty. Remember, so
I don't only care about loyalty at all.
It shouldn't matter about the player.
Loyalty is a big part of it. It's not everything.
There is no loyalty in modern day football, mate. It's just a job.
We have proof that there's loyalty.
I do kind of think that the only bit that I kind of agree with Pulpy on is on the loyalty side of things is that like we literally have spent 2 years just rehabbing this guy into being, back to the fitness that's now got him to the point where he is, he has one player in the tournament at the World Cup, and for me that puts him very very much in for me favourite for the Ballon d'Or next. Next
so what are you saying? Hang on a minute.
So,
could he not turn around and say, well, why did Pep Guardiola play me 3 games in the space of 7 days when I just come back from injury?
I completely
People say, well, he owes us because he's been injured for 2 years. He come back from injury, and Pep played him 3 games in the space of 7 days,
got injured
and lo and
again.
behold, he got injured.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just say, well, he owes us. You could say, you
Well,
fucking owe me because
there are two sides. There are two sides to it.
You spanned me out for 4 years. He came out and publicly said, I need help, I need assistance, and you bought him fucking Phillips and Nunes, and like he done his ACL. Like, you guys all go, oh, he owes us, he owes us, he owes us. He might be looking at it different. He might go.
I feel like we owe him, if anything.
I agree.
Saying, bro.
He carried us on his back for years.
I definitely don't think we owe him. I don't think he owes us either. I mean, I think at the end of the day, he's done what we've asked him to do every single year. Yes, he had some seasons when he was injured, but that can happen to any player. We don't say that about any other player that gets injured. Why are we saying that about Rodri?
No, I don't think anyone owes anyone anything. I'm just saying, when people want to take one side and say he owes us time or whatever, I say I don't think he does owe us time. And secondly, he could flip it and say, well, you owe me because I'm the reason I was fucking injured for 2 years because you spammed me out. I don't actually
scored
agree.
the goal that won the Champions League for us.
Exactly. Listen, let's bring in Martin. Big up, mate, for jumping on.
Yes, Martin.
I don't know if you've heard anything either on what's going on.
No, look at the new name, mate.
Oh yeah, Jay's changed, man.
He's
he wasn't yesterday. It lasted 30 seconds on Twitter. They ignore that BS.
What's going on, mate?
Yeah, I'm just listening to this. He owes us this. We owe him that. He owes us this. Feel like I'm a debt collector. Everyone's owing everyone here. It's quite simple. The name of the front's Manchester City, not Rodri FC. Couldn't give a damn. If you don't want to be here, get the best price. See you later. At the end of the day, all this, well, keep him for a year, he'll win us the title. Breaking news, we're going to have to learn to win the title without Rodri at some point. So why not do it now?
So why
not? No.
But why not give those
later? Why not put it off later? Why would we do it now?
Because it's going to happen at some point.
Kick it down a year.
Listen, if you're going to get, if you're going to, it's like the thing, if you need an operation, you can't kick it down the road and hoping it gets better.
Yeah, but this is.
But we just watched Rodri's success happen because he had the ability to. His career overlapped with Fernandinho. He got a chance to learn from him, and his weaknesses or his flaws that first season weren't as magnified because we had somebody else that could do that job. Why not allow that same transition for Elliot Anderson, or if we bring in a Buwadi or whoever else?
I don't trust Rodri fully at the minute to do that.
Well, that again.
The guy's checked out.
How do we know that?
Are you a therapist?
Hang on,
we'd have all thought that Bernardo Silva had checked out before he stayed. If we'd have gone off like
that's fine, but Bernardo signed an extension as well.
He did.
Only because no one was fucking buying, mate.
After a couple of years,
turned down extension after extension after extension.
Did he check
He's
out
under contract though, mate.
Did he check out in the Carabao
as long as we're paying his wages.
No, but he checked out with Bowman for when we were in a title race.
I just think this is mad.
Do you think he's a snake, Martin? Martin, do you think he's a snake?
No, I don't think he's a snake. I don't think. I think there's too much being. It's simple fact is a guy who's born and bred in Madrid wants to go home.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything sinister as this. He's a snake. He's a rat. I think that's too much. And I think it's too much doing the other side. It's like we've never had a... Do you know what it is? Quite simple fact is Manchester City in the last 10 or 15 years are not used to a superstar player wanting to leave Manchester City. And it hurts. That's where we're at right now.
It does hurt. But that doesn't mean...
We'll get used to it. Manchester City are not the biggest football club in the world.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that.
And we're also
as long as we get 80 million quid for him, fine.
That's not likely to happen. That's the bit that we're all.
Martin, how's that going to help us though? How does that help us more than keeping Rodri for another year? What are you going to do with 80 million?
What if Rodri doesn't?
Good question, Danny.
Performs like he did last season.
He just performed like he did the previous few seasons in the World Cup. I feel like that's more.
But we didn't get Rodri. Right, you're telling me, Danny, in the 3 weeks between Bournemouth, Everton, and then the World Cup, he suddenly got really fit. In 3 weeks.
He looked fit in the World Cup, mate. They're playing everything.
Yeah, no, that's my point.
Everyone tries harder for the
when was the Bournemouth date?
Haaland was doing the same at the back end of the season, by the way.
Yeah, and
I
look how
remember-
hard
I
he
remember-
look how hard he
once the
tried in the
title-
World
once
Cup.
the title had
Was
gone,
Haaland not scoring goals?
Once, yeah, like Joe was saying, soon as that title was over, they all probably checked out, bro.
That was
They
the
all-
last
they all
game.
went sick. World
I
Cup's coming in a
understand
few
that.
weeks.
I agree with that. But for me, I think Rodri was keeping a bit back for the World Cup. That bothers me.
I think they all were.
I agree, man.
But if you agree with LB that
Right,
everybody
loads
was
of
holding
players
back
doing that.
once the season was over with, then you can't hold that
Yes,
specifically against him.
You can't single out Rodri when, if you remember that Brentford game before
I'm not
2022
singling him
World
out.
Cup.
I'm not singling him out.
Haaland
You kind of are.
100% done it.
I'm not.
100%
I'm not. I'm just not spreading. I'm just not spreading his cheeks and sticking my tongue up his rear end and going.
No,
with
that's a
Rodri.
bit far. Come on.
I'm sorry, but we're Manchester City, Danny. We're not Rodri
Yes,
FC.
yes, and I want the club to be as best
This
as it
fear
can.
of losing
The club is
Rodri.
the best as it can be, keeping Rodri another year. That's my
Right.
point.
So what? So are you willing then? Because for me, I would rather start the rebrand now, get the refresh transition going now, give Buardi and Anderson the go. We don't win the season, so be it. I'd rather do a short-term loss and a long-term gain than I'd rather do a short-term gain and a long-term loss.
Why are we
I
so
don't know.
desperate to keep a guy who doesn't want to be here? I don't get why.
That's
we're
all I'm
like
saying.
talking
You're desperate
about
for that title next year. So
why, but he
much.
don't want to be here, so we're not.
I'd rather
paying
win the
anything
title for the
keeping him
next
either.
2 or 3 years after.
Yeah, but
we
how
lose
much
it
does he
for 2
not want to
years.
be here? Is he literally begging to leave? Is he saying I'm going to going to go on strike? Like nobody knows. Everyone's just calling him a snake. Everyone's saying he's a rat,
And
and
I
nobody
disagree
actually
with that.
knows. Nobody actually knows how much this guy is actually pushing for this deal. Nobody. Yeah, everyone's
This is
just
the thing for me.
assuming that the guy's
This
going
is
to
the thing
down
on next
tools.
season. Yeah, on next season, it's like if I know that if Rodri stays, he's gonna just fuck it off and basically go on strike for the season, then yeah, obviously I want us to just sell him now and get it over and done with. But if there's like a 75%, 80%, probably 90% chance that he just does what Bernardo did and just puts his all in because he knows that it's putting him in the Madrid shop window the year after anyway, then I'll keep him. Like, what's the?
I don't think
it's-
Joe.
I know that you said, Martin, that's like, well, why not just get rid now if he's going to leave in a year anyway? So if someone offered to shoot me in the head now, but said you can have another year and it's going to happen in a year's time, I'll take the extra year of life, please.
Yeah, but
like,
I know, I hear
it's
that.
going to happen one day.
My
doesn't mean that
issue
I'm-
is though, in January, he's going to sign a pre-contract with Real Madrid.
that's fine.
Fine,
Sick.
it's fine.
Right.
It doesn't take
Now,
him away
okay,
from the last 5
right,
months. of the
stop
season.
me. My point is, for me, Rodri, because this is my thing with Rodri. I don't think Rodri wants to take the gamble. Because say he plays next year and he breaks his leg. God forbid, I
Yeah,
don't want that.
I
to
don't
happen.
understand that from his point of view.
That's his. Remember, he's 30. We're not talking a 26-year-old here. He's going to Madrid now for a reason. He wants to go and win a La Liga. He's won everything he can in England, every individual award, every trophy. He's done it all. All he's asking is, let me go. I agree the fee has to be right. I'm just saying I don't agree with this. There's this thing. What we're doing at the minute as some Manchester City fans is one of your girls or your lads wants to leave you and you're not letting them leave. You're gripping them. You're saying, no, thanks, you're not leaving me. They want out of that relationship and you're gripping them.
That's like
Don't
DT,
leave me.
man.
Don't leave me. Is any good going to come of that in the end? Because I'm telling you now, there's some fans have gone so far in Rodri, where I do disagree with Pulper. You know, it's his opinion, it's fine. But doing the snake emojis and everything else that people are doing, I don't think Rodri's going to get a nice ride next year anyway, because I think people have made their mind up with him. And I don't think that's fair either.
No, yeah.
This isn't going to end in a nice way of a KDB or a Bernardo or an
Whose fault is
Aguero.
that,
and
mate?
get a lovely
Whose fault is
centre.
that? Whose fault's that?
Rodri's.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree that.
Hang on. He doesn't care. So there you go. If he doesn't care either way, then he has to
So let
deal
him go.
with. Hang on. It's the real world. You're a grown man. You deal with the fucking consequences of your attitude and your behaviour. Simple as that.
I don't think he cares though about the consequences. What
Well, then, so if you don't
consequences?
care, then why should we care? If I want to go to the game and he touches the ball and he booing, then so be it. That's a grown man expressing
Do
an
you know
opinion.
what'll be worse for me, Pulper? If he signs that pre-contract in January and I've got
That's
to watch a fucking Real Madrid player for the next 5 fucking
Yeah,
months.
and
That'll hurt me more.
But you know what'll happen,
But
right?
Pulpy
Yeah,
wants to. Don't you want to hold on to him at all? If he's, don't you want to
That's
keep
my
him, Pulpy?
if he stays, right, I was about to bring this up. I would be concerned that if he stays, right, all we're going to deal with for the rest of the season is the same stuff we deal with Pep Guardiola's contracting down. Is constant Rodri talk until January. It's Rodri sign, Rodri sign, Rodri sign.
It's
You know, if Anthony Riddle come in with a £5 million bid in January to say we'll get it done now for £5 million, it'll be Rodri. He'll sign a deal.
No, because now that's just
They
obviously
paid
not the
10
norm.
for Trent for a couple weeks.
But then because at the end of the season,
It didn't end well with Trent.
What happens
You know
when it
it
gets
didn't,
to March and April and Rodri's going, and then Maresca's sort of thinking, well, if Rodri's fucking off, I'm not going to play him. So then the standard drops and stuff, and Rodri's all his eyes turn. It's
that's just not how it works.
It happens everywhere, mate.
LB, come on, let's be
the
fair.
same with
Trent had a year from
Liverpool.
hell at Liverpool. Trent did not have a good year that final year.
No.
Trent's completely different because he's a Scouser and he decided to get off. And by all accounts, he'd led Liverpool down the garden path saying, I'm going to sign. And then when time came, he went, I'm not signing, I'm getting off, I'm leaving on a free the year after. We've known for probably about a year that there's a chance that this guy don't want to be here and he's not want to. Sam Lee has been saying on his podcast for about 2 years that the contract has been there, ready to sign, and he's not signed it. So anybody that has just believed that there's zero chance of him leaving has been living in a bit of cloud cuckoo land. We've known that this is a situation that is possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, if he does stay and he doesn't sign a contract, there's going to be everyone's going to know he's going Real Madrid. So what questions are you going to ask him?
Do you think it's going to end nicely?
Why shouldn't it end nicely? Why shouldn't it end nicely? Why are people turning against him?
You know yourself, LB, you go on enough shows and you do social media, it's not ending nicely at the minute.
Yeah, because people like Pulpy are fucking saying there's a snake.
So another 12 years, another 12 years, another 12 months of this.
Of what?
The minute he has a bad game, people are going to go at him.
What about
and by people he means
people online, mate? You got to separate the real.
Them ghouls, man. Them ghouls on Twitter.
Danny, don't do that.
Why not?
People turned on Savio in the stadium last year, mate.
It's different.
Yeah,
Savio doesn't have credit in the bank.
Savio
Savio win us the Champions League. Don't do that. Come on.
What about when you say that?
I'm giving you the reality.
You say that in terms of when it comes to a bad game that he puts in, but what about if he puts in a man of the match performance in the derby, or like comes to Champions League?
I think that's what he's going to need to do. I think that's what he's going to need to do, Joe.
But is there anybody in a better position to do that in our
squad? So are you willing just to put Buardi on the bench then for a year?
Yes.
I think it should be. I think it should be treated as a transitional year where Rodri isn't just squeezed for every minute for like the next 12 months, and no one should play any more apart from him. I think it should be treated like a transition, and that should be why Rodri would stay. But also, more importantly, it's not my money. I don't give a fuck if the club get 100 million now or not. It's not my money. Like, what do I get if the club's like?
That's my other thing. I don't want him to go for zero.
Get players, man.
What do I get if the club decide that they're going to keep it? If they're going to sell him now, when I could watch him for another year, the best midfielder in the world play for our club, that is worth more to me than knowing the club have got an extra little bit in the piggy bank that we might spend this summer and might not. Like,
have you seen our spending lately?
Yeah.
Do you think we've got? Even Stefan said it's out of control.
Yeah, I have, and
what are we doing here? We've got to bring some money in at some point. But because everyone's doing the Rodri FC,
about to get 60 mil for Savio.
Savio.
That's not enough though. If you need to rebuild,
I'll just take it out of my season ticket money then. All right.
I just think when you have a situation, right? Does anybody on this panel think we can win the Champions League with Buardi and Anderson in the midfield this season?
I don't think we can win it. I don't think we can win it with Rodri though. So
no, but we've got a chance with Rodri.
He's got a higher chance.
Right, so we're never ever going to win the Champions League.
Not by loads.
Oh no! Currently,
he's talking next season. He's talking next season.
I'm saying
we're
this
talking
season,
next 12 months.
We ain't winning the Champions League this season with Buardi and Anderson in midfield.
We're not winning it with Rodri either.
People are so scared of winning now.
It's not. Well, what do you want to do?
What? You mean losing now?
I'd rather proper transition.
To be fair, LB, I've seen worse teams than what we would have to win it.
A proper transition, but Martin, you know from working in like companies and stuff, a proper transition isn't when one guy leaves and another guy starts with no period between the two. A proper transition is when there is overlap between the two, so that the new people taking over can learn from the old.
I agree, but
that's my argument about Elliot Anderson and Buardi.
Joe, I've seen people in schools down tools.
That's fine, but then that's a worst case scenario. But I'll take knowing that for me, it's not my money that I will gain if Rodri leaves. I'm going to take the risk on that possibly happening and keep him for a year and let that transition happen. If Rodri throws his toys out the pram in October and we have 7 months of him just like stinking up the gaff, then
all right.
So
on that
be
point,
it.
though, Joe, on that point, right? You're Rodri. Get yourself in the mind of Rodri now, right? He's 30 years old. He's probably got, what, 3, maybe 4 years of prime football left. Yeah, max, before he seriously starts to decline.
Not if he's in La Liga. He's probably got 10 in La Liga. Look at
that might be generous, though, with the ACL. Do you really think that of one of those years, which, by the way, he's at the top because he's probably going to decline like that, do you really think he's going to go, you know what, I'm going to down tools? When he's thinking to himself, he's only got I think the chances of him doing that is slim. Now, is it a possibility that he could do it? Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, the fee. If Real Madrid put £100 million on the table, I seriously consider it in that situation. But when you start talking like 65, 70, 75, I don't think anyone would sell for 65. I think the risk there to me
I'll sell about 70, between 78.
So I
don't think he's asking prices.
70 or 80 pounds or euros.
From what I've heard, they'll take 80.
But what in terms of what you would be happy with, Martin? Would you be happy with 65, 70, or would you be?
I'd be happy with 65 or 70 than 0, and I'd rather go and buy his replacement now.
Right, who is that replacement though?
Who is it?
For me, I've already said I'd go and have a dabble at Felipe Caicedo. Chelsea.
What, the one who played for us 15 years ago?
Moyes,
no. I'd have a go at him. I'd go to Chelsea and have a go at that. At the end of the day, we have to move forward.
Right. What's everyone's best case scenario in this situation then?
Rodri stays.
Because we know he's not staying. We know he's not staying.
There is no replacement for Rodri. Full stop.
But what's everyone's best case scenario then?
100 mil and bring in
signs a new contract.
The midfielder we need.
He's not signing. We know that.
Oh, Steve, come on.
You said best case scenario.
That's the best scenario.
Yeah, I said we all know he's not signing a contract. So what's your best case scenario?
Best case scenario: he stays a year. He helps Buadi adapt to the physicality of the Premier League, and Buadi's ready to take the gig from him the next year.
Correct. That's it.
Correct answer.
I certainly wouldn't be lowballing ourselves if that's the case. I just try and hold on to him and just try and get his experience for a year.
What about?
Because
one second. Martin,
I have to think about the next guy that we're bringing in. How much is he going to cost? If we're getting the next man for 100 plus million and we're selling Rodri for 50, how does that make sense?
Caicedo.
But it's better than having 0 towards it, isn't it, Stu?
LB, what about?
How does that make sense? I'd rather have 70 mil go towards his replacement than a big
right.
It's how much you value him for
how does
Caicedo
for 70 million make sense? They spent 115 million on him.
I'm not buying him for
70.
And he's just
Danny, I'd rather have 70 million towards him than have 0 towards him.
Nah.
LB, what about 100 mil and we get Bruno G then? What now?
Nah.
Fuck it.
Still no.
Nah.
That's your boy,
I think
man.
that ship has sailed.
Bro, I don't get what you guys are doing here. This is the best player in the World Cup. This is a player that won the Ballon d'Or. This is a player that just dominated on the world stage.
The thing is with
won the
Bruno
World
G,
Cup with Spain.
He brings something a bit different to the team as well. He brings you a bit more offense, Bruno G, I think.
Bruno G's gone. Bruno G.
I think that's already that ship is already sailed.
They've just agreed that them and Arsenal now.
I was just trying to get LB
just
to
agreed
flip
now
flop,
for a fee.
But, you know what I want, right? What I would like to come out of this is, if Rodri's going to go, right? I want him to go, but for the long term, like for me, for the club, is I want us to start pulling people's pants down in the transfer market and being the fucking big dogs. We're the big dogs everywhere. I'm sick of people walking all over us for transfer fees. I'm absolutely sick of it. What do these clubs think they can do? They come in on low balls all the time. We sell our young kids for decent money, but when it comes to transferring real world-class players, they get absolutely bummed. I'm sick of it. I want a club to say, right, fuck it, hardball. This is the price. Who was
the last world-class player that we signed for?
What I'm saying is, though, we are at the top of the food chain, right? We are one of the top 3 or 4 clubs in the world. We should start acting like when it comes to finances. Not, we'll do you a favour, we'll do reduced prices. We've got good relations. No, I'm not having it. We're the best in class in most things.
I'm asking
if he was going to Barcelona, would anyone have this issue?
I want the right money for the right. I want the right money. I'm sick of being lowballed by clubs. I'm sick. Who do Real Madrid think they are that can come in and offer that money? Are you taking a piss?
Yeah, answer my question. Would you still call Rodri a snake if it was Barcelona?
No.
Oh my days! Oh no! So it is a.
But he did start he did
It's a
start.
personal thing,
He
then.
did start. by
Yeah,
saying
he
hates
did start
Brazil.
saying that it was because of how they treated him at the at this Ballon d'Or ceremony.
Yep,
so
that's
to be
part
fair
of
to
it.
Popey, that
Yeah,
was
that's part of
it
it.
is somewhat
Yeah.
consistent.
But
Yeah, I'll give him
again,
that.
To me,
can't-
I don't care about that. To me,
you
it's if
can't
he's leaving, it doesn't matter
not
where he's
go
going.
'cause of that.
Can I ask where this Real Madrid City rivalry is?
Online. There you
Champions
go.
League, mate.
There is no
I don't give a fuck
rivalry.
about
Yeah, there is
Madrid.
mine.
But the
There's
way
a
the
rivalry.
Champions
There's a
League is,
rivalry.
you're going to play. So
There's a
we've got a
rivalry on the
rivalry.
pitch.
We've got a rival with all the other
No,
teams.
I don't think.
There's
I don't
a
think
genuine
it's
rivalry on the pitch. There's a genuine rivalry on the
Yeah,
pitch.
I don't.
competing for the
I don't
biggest
think it's a
honours.
rivalry. It's not a rivalry in the sense of like how we hate like United.
Mate,
or
their
Liverpool
fans
or
couldn't
anything
give a
like
shit
that,
about
but
us.
I
it's
hate
Oh,
Yeah,
they
no,
do.
that's fair. But
They
we,
No,
do.
they
we-
don't. No, they don't, mate.
Yeah,
I've
they
been to
do.
the Bernabeu. They
No,
don't
they
care.
do.
They don't
No,
care.
I
not
don't
match going
think they
fans.
think
No,
about us twice.
not match going fans. Not necessarily, but online fans. But
I think
I
we are a
reckon that
pimple on. We're a
in-
pimple on
in
our
ter- in terms of clubs in Europe, I guarantee you they see us as one of their biggest things. Apart from the domestic level, they see us as their biggest rival.
But I think they see us as like they're like one of the teams that's like the biggest competitive problem.
Competitive rivals,
But I
yeah.
don't-
Because of
but
what
I
we
don't-
are,
but I don't
as a
think-
club,
but I don't- but
players.
their fans aren't sat there doing what you're doing now and like hating us like in the way that you hate Madrid. Like that's not.
Yeah,
a thing.
they
Like,
are.
we don't-
Guaranteed you.
No
they're
chance.
definitely-
So if
No
Vinny
chance.
Jr. was coming here, they wouldn't
No,
Oh,
they're
don't
not.
get me
not
started on that
remotely
one.
say the same thing.
way.
they wouldn't give a fuck.
Popey, I've been
Yeah.
on Madrid podcasts. They're nothing like this.
What was the podcast called? La Serpiente.
No, Madrid. I'll send
Wow.
you little shit.
They don't give
I
a
just
fuck
think-
about us.
I just think
You've got a real personal hate.
I was gonna say,
you're coming
hate.
from, Popey. This is hate.
at the end of the day, I do
What I've
completely
always said on
understand.
here, I've always said, if you're going to stick at the side of the fence, go hard. Pause. You know what I mean? But
I
do
think
it.
I do totally understand like I totally understand the idea that like obviously he wants to go to Madrid because of the stage of his career that he's at, but I just think I think if he's happy, if he's had any kind of conversations behind the scenes that suggest that if we don't sell him or if Madrid don't pay the fee that we're asking for, he isn't going to down tools, then quite frankly, I'm putting that asking price as high as possible so that he doesn't stay and I'm keeping him for another year. Like, there's
But
no,
I don't. Well,
for-
I don't know. No. You can't let the player dictate that conversation like that, though, Joe.
well, no, but you know what I mean, though. Like,
No,
They
yeah,
already
but-
are when you went to
I'm-
your last year.
Yeah, but the way, but for me, what should be happening here? This is what I responded to 9320 podcast the other day, right? It's like, I think what should happen here is, I think City should go to Viana, should go to Rodri, his agent, and Madrid, and say, listen, every player's got a price. This player's price is X amount. The deadline, because you can't be fucking buying them on deadline day, the deadline is 2 weeks before the end of the window because we can't be fucking about or whatever that number is, and this is the fee. Yeah? Don't come be below that because it's a straight up rejection. Rodri, we've got no problem with you leaving. If you want to go, no problem. We get it. You're Spanish, want to go back to Real Madrid, no problem. Yeah? This is the fee. Yeah? Agent, you know the drill. Real Madrid know the drill. I think City need to take control of the situation.
That's it. Exactly it.
Was you okay taking Gay out for 20 million quid out of Palace?
He what?
What do you mean?
Was you all okay taking Matt Gay out for 20 million quid out of Palace?
Mate, it's an incoming transfer. It's different.
Oh, no, exactly, because it suits us.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yes,
that's what
Yes,
people are
yes,
saying of
Martin,
Power
the
Club
point
is.
is we're fans. We want.
No,
Everything to suit us.
I'm not a Crystal Palace fan. I'm
I'm just trying to look at it in the middle. This is my point. When it suits us, we don't mind it. We can screw over other teams when it suits us. When it doesn't suit us, it's evil.
It's not even that
It's
much,
the
'cause
empire.
we could have had Gay for nothing. We could have had him
I'm
for
sorry,
nothing.
I've got to look
We
at
paid
it
them some money.
in a logical sense as
We
well.
paid them some money.
This is also a business for Manchester City football.
Exactly. We should start acting like a business, demanding the very, very best.
You know what I mean? It's
But what
Poppy.
you just said, though,
80
Poppy.
million is better than zero for them.
No, we negotiate the best fees for buying players. So why don't we
That's
negotiate
what
the
we're
best
doing,
fees
though.
for
We've
selling players?
rejected it, haven't we? It's not over yet. They've not agreed.
Yeah, we
They've
haven't
not even
even
put-
done it.
never even
City
put a
haven't
bid in, mate.
accepted 50 million. You're talking like that's the only deal on the table.
But
Until we
is he
see
going
it
to go
go.
anywhere else? He's not going to go to PSG, no matter how much they want to get into this conversation, or any other team for that matter. He wants to be at Real Madrid.
That makes me sick.
It's gonna happen.
That's not even a good AI picture. Of
Nah,
Rodri.
that's
Can't even like it.
that's
They
horrible.
can't even spell the guy's name.
It looks like
That's hanging.
Casemiro and Rodri
That's hanging, man.
blended together.
How's Diamande taller than Rodri?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. Right, before we move on to topics, yeah, go around a panel. Is he staying or is he leaving? I'm saying, I think he leaves. Pulpy, what are you saying?
I want him to go.
Do you think he will?
What
What do you mean you want him to go?
Do you think he will? Or do
He
you
said
think
what he
won't?
said. Say it with your chest. He wants him to leave.
I would love Rodgers to stay.
He's driving him.
I don't think he's gone. I think he's done.
Okay.
He was gone 2 years ago.
Right, so you think he's gone?
He's gone.
Joe?
Yeah, he's gone.
Danny?
Gone.
Tarek?
Gone.
Positive Jay?
You got to be positive, Jay.
He's staying. He's signing a
You know what he reminds me of? Like them lie detectors where it shocks you if you're wrong. He's got like a little shock collar. If he says something negative, he gets.
He's gone.
Steve Lewis?
I think we make a surprise signing and he leaves.
All right, okay. And Martin?
Gone.
Okay, so everyone thinks he's gone.
What a combo.
He just went 20 minutes with all this. Yeah, but what about that money and this money and what about that? He's gone.
He's gone.
Brilliant.
I'm still not going to be happy about it, but it looks likely done it at this point. Like it doesn't. It's too much noise.
We
and the
do
judges will
need
get what they
action now, though. We can't keep
I
dragging.
wasn't
it out
happy when
longer.
Aguero left, but we lived on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went on a
we'll-
free
we'll-
after 10 years.
Let's speak about that, Jay, in a sec. Let me go through some of these super chats and then we'll come on to the transfer activity about incomings. Big up to Will. He says, good to have the panel back, lads. Big up to you, man. Big up for tuning in, Will. Big up for the super chat. Big up to Jordan, 19 months. He says, Rodri twerking for Real after the disrespect shows how much smaller we are. That's what pisses me off. I'd like to think we're more level with them. But they are bigger than us. They're the biggest club in the world.
This is the
forget
thing
though,
that some
bro,
City fans can't accept.
There is still so many players out there that do look up to us as well. You know, we sign a lot of guys off a lot of smaller teams as well. So, it comes and goes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Nah, that's facts. Big up Steve. Big up Jordan, man. Big up for the 19 months. Big up Pit Blup says he agrees with Pulpy. Load of snake emojis. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Netweed. Says anyone calling Rodri a rat, which I've seen in the comments, by the way, is just pathetic. Or Man U fan, same thing, lol. And I'm an Arsenal fan saying this, says Netweed. I agree with you, bro. I think Pulpy's a disgrace.
Hang on.
I'm not even going to lie.
Ask him how did he behave when Van Persie went to United? Come back to me.
Oh, good question.
He says Ratty Van
True.
Persie, 0 Premier League titles.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't compare Rodri to Van Persie who went to United.
You can compare him to Nasri.
Nasri.
Nasri's pretty similar, and that was
Nasri, yeah.
Nasri very well.
Yeah. Nasri did call a snake, though.
How about Ashley Cole?
Yeah, but this is not the same.
Everyone hates their player leaving to somebody better.
Ashley Cole.
You can't
Ashley
compare
Cole's
Rodri going to Real Madrid, a
was,
different
it
country.
was a
to
one-
You know what
Ashley
you
Cole.
stop doing? You need to stop doing all this kissed about G loves mate. He was born at St Mary's, Manchester stuff.
You know what it is, Martin? You're the problem that with Pulpy got, yeah? Pulpy does this loyal thing, yeah? He still believes in loyalty. I told you this on Twitter the other day. You
don't exist.
You live in like the 90s and the 80s of football. You need to get with the modern times.
No, because that's BS. Because Rooney nearly left, Gerrard nearly left. They only didn't go because they were burning bloody.
Yeah, but
Guy
ever
Fawkes
since
from
basically the
outside.
Premier League was formed, loyalty just doesn't exist anymore.
I
But what
would-
happens is people like
It does
Pulpy
though.
still like to believe it exists.
Doesn't-
So then when it
there's no
goes south,
It doesn't
it
tell me there's
crashes
no
out.
loyalty. There's no loyalty. Go and walk
You-
around the Etihad
you
and look at
crash
them three
out.
statues and tell me there's
I
no
was gonna
loyalty.
say, there's
Bollocks.
a lot of examples of loyalty around the Etihad.
There's
at
three
the moment.
statues
Like, we
outside the
haven't-
Etihad in the last 5 years that are just all loyalty. There's about to be a fourth one. So don't come this shit that there's no loyalty in football. 'Cause there's four reasons.
wait a
for
second.
that.
Hang on,
No, wait a
Lolly
sec.
works both ways, Pulpy, when a lot of the fans were demanding Pep to get out of the club last season.
Yeah, they're idiots. So they don't
It
count.
works both ways,
Mouthpieces.
There is no loyalty.
There is these four statues that prove there's loyalty.
No loyalty.
Yeah, there is.
No loyalty.
Well,
Let me
next
ask
time
you
you
a
walk past
question
them
about-
steps,
Nobody-
nobody
nobody-
drive.
Nobody was ever coming in for those guys, and nobody was ever coming in from the
Nonsense.
hometown.
Nonsense.
Oh, they did come in for him.
Pulpy.
Those statues are
But
because
they did come in, Jay. They were
They're outliers.
conversations.
Sergio Aguero, right? The only reason, let's be honest, right, and this pains me to say this, yeah, but Madrid had Benzema, Bayern had Lewandowski, Barca had fucking Messi and all those guys.
Suarez,
yeah. Nowadays, if we had Aguero at 22, yeah, you're telling me that Real Madrid and Barca wouldn't be putting all out the stops to try and get Aguero.
We got him at 23.
The point I'm making is, yeah, but the point is, they all had mint players. But the problem is, yeah, we got lucky. I've been telling these people for years. We was very
Timing.
fortunate. we was very fortunate at the time we had players like Silva and Aguero. Yes, they were loyal to us, but all the other teams had ballers everywhere. They didn't need them. That's the truth.
Whereas Rodri's a unicorn in today's game. And
football needs more loyalty, and we've been very lucky to have had it for
positions.
so long. So the fact that you wanted to can it off and say it doesn't exist anymore, I think that's sad.
No,
We don't want
we
to
are
have it off.
fortunate.
It just is
Nah,
the
I'm sorry, but
fact.
there's
It's
nothing
just
It's
better.
the facts.
For me, there's nothing better than seeing an homegrown player.
Bro, have you not
Do
seen
the
the
thing, and it's
cuddles
also
before
you
fucking
know
derbies
it-
nowadays?
No.
They're all cuddling and kissing. They don't give
Yeah,
a shit
but
about
that's-
the clubs and the rivalries.
That's not a case of
It's just a
loyalty. Though. That's because
paycheck,
they're all
bro.
kids who grew up together.
But
When
but
you-
Just
when-
a paycheck,
go ahead,
though.
Paul, because you're gonna run out. You're gonna try to run Rico Lewis out of the club in a minute. So go ahead and tell us.
I quite like Rico, to be fair, but what I'm saying is, when a homegrown player comes through like a Phil Foden, he scores a 90th minute winner, that is a feeling that.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's
People
something,
need to
right?
put more respect on
But also,
Foden.
when you see somebody like a Rodri who scores a goal in the Champions League final, who's then has been loyal and scoring a goal and he's running around, you know what it means to the club and the John Stones and stuff. That's loyalty. They're the two levels of loyalty that I expect. Now, if you don't have it, we don't have it. But they are important that we have those. And then moments mean more. Like somebody who scores a goal, what was it? And Buemo or something, his third goal for United running off kissing the badge. Yeah, to that.
Right, all right, Pumper. Here you go then. So who are you now, after Rodri being in Manchester for 7 years, who are you now to tell him that you are not allowed to be loyal to your hometown of Madrid, where you spent the entirety of your life? You're saying you can't go back there now. You've been in Manchester 7 years. So now you owe the city of Manchester more than the town that you actually
Never
came
said he can't
from.
go back.
Who are we? Who?
I'm not
how
saying he
dare
can't go
you
back.
be
To
the
go
one
back
who
on your
said that?
terms.
I want him to be a man and say, lads, I've had enough. I'm going. This is a better
Is he
offer for
not?
me. There
Is
you
he
go.
not doing the club a favor by saying,
No.
"Hey, I want"? Hold on, let me finish my statement.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
social media.
leave. I want to leave. So you can either let me leave in a year for free, or you can get money now. That's
Or
that's
it can
that's
be a
putting
man
it in the
and- it can be a man about
club's
it.
plate.
It can
If
be a man
Rodri
out
came
and
out
tell us
now,
and we can deal with it.
If Rodri
Right,
came
so
out
hang on,
publicly
hang
and
on,
said,
Puppy,
I'm
how do you want
done,
him to
would
be a
his
man?
value would tank. His value would tank if he came out and said he wants to leave publicly. Like that would do nobody any benefit.
You
at
do
all,
know he
apart
gives up a
from-
load of money if he puts in the transfer request, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
He does
millionaire
personally.
gives away £1 million. Boo hoo.
Yeah, he's probably not bothered.
Yeah, but Puppy, when you're a millionaire, £1 million is like, you know, it's you live like we live.
Hang on,
Money's-
Rodri doesn't drink,
money.
smoke, drives a shitty car and flies drones around on a shitty fucking.
Doesn't have social media. So what you want him to do is go out. You want him to go out.
You don't even play. You don't even pay for Rex
You want him
Premium.
to do an interview with City's in-house team, with Manchester City's social team, and say, I want out. Because he doesn't have social media.
He's not twerked. There's been like one interview.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not-
had, I'll tell you what,
Nah,
mate.
he has.
Bro,
He's
you
had his-
cannot
I'll
be
tell you
saying
what.
Rodri's twerking.
He's had a semi on. When he gets interviews from Madrid, he has a semi on. I'm telling you.
Jay,
And we-
Bro, you
Jay,
want to
before-
talk about
before-
twerking?
I don't even
half
want
the
to know
people
how you
on here
know
was doing
that.
last year for Rodrigo was fucking twerking, and now you have
Jay,
to go Rodri for
Jay,
doing
do you
it.
think
It's the
do
other
you-
way around?
Obviously, Jay, Rodri hasn't actually come out and said himself on social media either because he can't, and he hasn't come out in an interview personally because he hasn't, and that's never how this thing works. But do you not think that all the talk before the end of the World Cup and just after it, where it was Rodri wants to go Madrid, Rodri wants to go Madrid, Perez isn't interested, but Rodri really wants to go Madrid. Rodri, come on Madrid, put in a bid for Rodri, come on everyone. Did you think that just like came out of nowhere and had nothing to do with Rodri and his agent and his team? Like,
No, but
obviously that is-
everything gets out nowadays, doesn't it? You can't have fucking.
No, but
There's rats
that is-
everywhere.
that is-
There's-
no,
But is
no,
that
no,
not
everything's
also
always gonna get
a
out.
potential? Could
That's
that not just
manufactured.
be? Could that just not be Real Madrid kind of prepping everything for a free move next year? We are letting it be known. We want you here. We want you here. We really don't even want you to come right now because we don't have the money, whatever. So we'd rather have you come next year. But we want to make sure that you know and everybody else knows that we want you. I just think
That's what's happening.
every side is doing what they're supposed to do. Does he want to leave? I'm not denying he wants to go. He wants to go. That it is what it is. But
I think
I
it's
don't
too
think
kind.
that he is being disloyal in any way by
as
trying
much people
to.
any are making him out to be. No way, man.
So
I-
if somebody,
no,
if
I-
you
I-
go and work abroad for 5-10 years, and you get a job to come back home, which is also good money.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you? Are you shitting on the company? You know?
Well, yeah.
If I was shit, if I was shit for 2 years, if I was incapable of working.
By the way, your wife.
if I was on a
By the way,
shit for
no,
2
hang
years,
on.
yeah.
You've got to have a caveat. Your wife doesn't live in the same country as you.
You can get a new wife. You'll be all right.
Come on, Popey.
I think if I couldn't.
All
You
that
think he's a
loyalty
robot?
Puppet was talking about, all that loyalty.
If I was
And
physically
what-
incapable,
and
of
He
he's
don't
selling
want him
it.
to be loyal to his missus.
if for those last 2 years I was physically incapable of working and the company paid me in full regardless, then I just went, you know what, off I go, like, as soon as it comes to the end of those 2 years, that would be a little bit disloyal.
What about if they set the conditions to not allow you to work properly for the last 2 years? What about if they put you in an office that was mad dusty and
they put me in a
PC had fucking dial-up internet connection and everything was just grim because they made you like that? Because that's what Rodri might argue.
The guy next to you at your desk was just fucking volleying you in the shins every single day, mate, over and over and over again. And you ended up getting proper injured and hating going to work. Would you still stay?
Right. Anyway, are we all under the same agreement, Nat? We all know this Rodri to Real Madrid stuff started over a year ago.
Yeah.
And he's been tapped up the way they tapped up everyone else, and it's been going on for years. They've done all this underhand tactics.
Properly in that international break. That international break interview where he
said, I mean, Joe, I think it's been happening for over a year, mate. They've said,
we'll
come for you in 2 years. And when it gets to the year before, we'll make a derisory offer so it looks like we're doing the right thing, just in case they say, you know what, and call a bluff. No, it's the same thing.
It's just part of football.
Again next year.
It's just part of football. We can't be about it. We was tapping Maresca up one way and had to pay out for it for 6 months now. So we can't be bothered about it.
You do realise he's not an employee. This is the point. People think football isn't a job. It's not a vocation. They have to pay tax. There are employees.
Start behaving like one.
What are we doing?
Right,
are you allowed to hand your notice in at your job whenever you want?
Yeah.
LB is.
Yeah, but I don't get paid.
He just told himself, I'm having the day off. Is that all right with you? Yes, sir.
Anyone can fucking hand the notice in.
Not if you're a footballer with a contract, you can't. I'm sorry, you just can't.
You can put a transfer request in.
Yeah, and what's going to happen? You still earn your money.
Well, I'm going to be.
Let's not feel
sorry for football clubs.
No.
Manchester City Football Club here could, if they wanted to, sell Rodri for what, 80 to 100 million pounds here with a year left on his contract at 30 years old. City are not in a bad position here.
Great business.
It is great business if they wanted to do it. I personally wouldn't do it.
I know. He's just had a fantastic World Cup. You cannot take that away from him. But let's not forget, most of last season, a lot of people on this panel, including, were actually moaning about Rodri's performances in a Manchester City shirt. So even with him having surgery again after the World Cup, what makes you think that he's suddenly going to be back to this fucking incredible level again?
Great point.
That's a great question. My answer is about odds. Who are we better off next season with in midfield? Buwade or Rodri? Simple question. That's it. And for me, it's clearly Rodri. And that's why I'm saying I would be very reluctant to sell him.
Anyway, I'm jumping, guys, because I'm already late on the show.
Big up Martin, man. That's my point, Jay. It's like, we've not won the league for 2 years.
Bro, I don't know, the way the Premier League is nowadays as well, that guy was getting ran past like he was fucking invisible.
Yeah, but he wasn't fit,
That's what Elliot Anderson was.
His fucking defensive transition was shocking last year.
Yeah, but
Elliot Anderson is there to help with
Listen, I'm not saying that he's definitely going to be as bad as he was last season again. No way. But you can't definitively tell me that he's going to be back to this fucking Ballon d'Or caliber.
Can you guarantee me Buwade is going to be better than him?
You can't guarantee it, but you also can't definitively say he won't be either.
It's just odd. But it's like LB said,
Jay, who would you give better odds to? Because LB was on about odds. Would you give Buwade better odds than Rodri?
I'd give Rodri more odds. I would give Rodri.
There you go. That's the point.
But Jay's a gambling man.
Exactly. I'm willing to take the gamble. I back underdogs all the time, man. That's where the money.
You got your 14
tell us the bets that you put on that don't win.
Fuck off, full bet. I showed.
Yeah. You only put you my good wins.
Little fucker.
Anyway, let me do these chats, man, because we spent an hour on Rodri. I want to move it on to incomings.
One whole hour on Rodri, man, who's not even going to be here.
He's not even going to be here. Yeah,
exactly. Fell off hard.
Big up Dylan, 25 months. He says, big up LB and the panel boys. If Rodgers goes, it's just a bit shit that we couldn't give him the same farewell that he deserved, like Pep, Stones, Bernardo. Yeah, that is true. He probably deserves it, bro. He also says, get Madrid to buy Wharton and swap him for Rodri. says Dill. I'm quite surprised no one's been linked with Wharton. Not even City, just anyone in the Premier League. Weird, bro. But yeah, big up Dill, man. I appreciate it. Like, big up Sancool, man. He says, hope you all agree that if Vinny, Bruno go Arsenal and Rodri goes Madrid, it's a catastrophic failure from everyone in the club. Trusting dead players again. That is, well, obviously, we got to see who we sign. But yeah, it would be looking pretty peak, bro. I'm not going to lie.
I'm very disappointed that we've not gone in for the Bruno G, man.
That's another conversation we need to have in a minute, yeah, because this transfer window so far.
Well, that's what we're going to
take
come on to.
Rodri away from it, bro. We are sitting here fingering our asses doing nothing about the potential of going into a Premier League season.
Let me finish these chats off,
bro.
and we're going to get on to incomings now. Big up Sanko, man. You're right, bro. Big up Andre says, great panel, but please, please no one pull out an Asni. I don't know, what does this even mean, bro?
I think he's talking about Saeed.
Saeed stream.
Yeah.
People talking about twerking.
That was crazy.
And I got a bit nervous seeing Steve on his phone because that guy was on his phone as well when he phoned it.
Yeah. Sus behaviour, man. Big up LB says, we ain't been top for a good few years now. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, exactly. So why people want to get rid of the best player in the world?
We're still winning trophies, though, man. Not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's true. He also says, Rodrigo, Snake Andes, Asante, says LB. Big up to Bonzinator, man, coming in with the 14 months. He says, big up the panel and the mods and the chat. New season hype. Let Rodri go. Time for new names, new stories, new history. We will be okay, says Bonzinator. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate the 14 months. Shout out to Dom. He says, Pulpy is from Madrid. He's won everything here already. Stop being ungrateful. We're not the club who holds players hostage. We're better than that, says Dom.
Pulpy Fritzel, man, trying to lock players in his basement.
That's a style.
Big up JS. Big up JS. Big up Dom. Big up JS. He says, in the panel's view, what's the most important attribute to get right with the Rodri replacement? Is it the tech off? I think it's both. Someone asked me this question this morning. I think it's both.
It's absolutely both, because Rodri's got both. You can't just do one or the other, you know what I mean?
It's both, bro.
100%. If only there was a player in the Premier League who's moving to another big Premier League club in the next couple of days who plays in midfield, that would be perfect to do that.
He's also.
I think it's already done, Joe.
No, sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely already done. But it's like this is the thing. This is why the Rodri thing dragging out is so annoying, because it means that we can't even get involved in that conversation. Because what's the point if Rodri might actually stay at the end of it all? So it's like, it's frustrating.
Yeah, to answer the question, JS, bro, it has to be both. Otherwise, you're gonna be in.
I think it's neither. I think it's the ability to dictate the tempo of a game. Because I think Anderson can do all the ground covering and physicality. That's why I'm so in love with Rodri staying, because he's not going to be doing all the running no more. Anderson's going to be doing all the dirty work for him. And Rodri can just focus on.
I still think you need that. I still think you need both, though, Danny. You do. I agree that you do need to be able to dictate the game, and you need to be able to progress the ball up the pitch. But if you've got no physical, well, bro, in that case, then just play Reinders in 6. Play Reinders in a 6. If we're saying that Anderson
taking the game is technical for me, you know, to be able to do that. I agree with technical, you know. So,
Now, shout out to a good question, though, JS. Big up Mojis, 27 months. He says, can we remind Arsenal fans they're not a big club just because Vinny may sign? We didn't even react like this when Messi sent a burofax and begged to join us.
I did. I reacted like that when that happened, mate. I was all over it.
You know, on Vinny Jr., right, is it Rance, the United fan?
Yeah.
There's a video of him going around. He's speaking literal facts about the Vinny Jr. signing, saying that people saying it's the biggest signing Premier League's ever had. He said Angel Di Maria played for Real Madrid and he went to United, bigger signing at the time. Robinho came out of nowhere and went to us for the Premier League, and he was absolutely on fire at Real Madrid. So all this bullshit about Vinny Jr. being the biggest signing.
No, you know what it is? Paul? You know why people are saying this, bro? Is because
they're Arsenal fans and the mutants, and they just don't understand anything.
I'll tell you what it is. It's not just because of that. Fair play. I'll tell you what it is. It's because football has fell off so bad that this is like a gigantic transfer in the modern day. But the only reason why everyone's gassing this transfer up is because there's no decent players anywhere. So you get an half-decent player or a decent player like Vinny Jr. and it was like, oh my God. But you're right. You know, go back 10, 15, 15 years ago.
Just
Ozil, Sanchez from Barca to Arsenal.
So I won't argue that point, but I mean, do we doubt that if Vinny Jr. came in, he would be the best left winger in the league?
No.
Yeah.
Jeremy Doherty's
better than him, and I guarantee you he'll be a slapped ass and he'll be spitting his dummy out for fun at Arsenal.
He'll rattle you. I can't wait till he rattles you.
Look, I love Doku.
Can't wait.
I love Doku, but I don't think he's better than Vinny Jr. today. I just don't.
Not today.
Vinny Jr.'s GA over the last 4 or 5 years is insane. Like he's a genuine.
Doku's ceiling.
Yeah. So for me, while I'm not going to argue if he will be the biggest player to ever come from Real Madrid or from La Liga or just the biggest transfer in general. I doubt that because, again, we got Haaland, right? So, but I think he is a game changer for them and makes them very, very, very scary. So no, I don't want that to go through, and I want my club to be in that conversation. If he's going to come to the Premier League, I want us to be a part of that conversation, and I will figure out where Doku plays. Doku may move to the right or whatever. I'll figure that out, but I go get that guy.
We can't.
I'd rather get Rodri's tattooed on my ass than have Vinny Jr.
without even trying or testing the waters.
Nice.
I'd rather get Rodri's name tattooed on my ass than have Vinny Jr.
It's very much a dynastic signing, though. That signing is Arsenal saying we want to.
I hate Vinny Jr. I hate Vinny Jr.
I hate him too, but they're one weakness. They're one weakness. It's left wing. It's left wing. They've had Trossard and Martinelli stinking it up for the last couple of years, and now they're actually going to get something serious there.
So I don't think rather Vinny Jr. go to Arsenal, Pope, and does not do.
I don't rate him as everyone.
Oh, you're still hurt from this Ballon d'Or thing.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him as being this world-class left winger. I think he's troublesome. He's lazy.
His numbers. His
attitude stinks. He's a mad ass. He's a United player. If United were any good, he'd be going to United.
Crazy,
Pope, I think you hate Madrid more than most Barca fans.
Yeah.
I don't. I will.
Pope's got this rule that he invented himself where we can't sign players.
Let me finish. I'd take Valverde tomorrow. I'll go and pick him up now and carry him.
Yeah, that's the problem with your rule because you have this blanket rule and then you go, oh, actually, though, I'd take this player, I'd take that player, and it's just like, bro, what the hell? You have this blanket rule and then you just change it.
I don't hate Madrid unilaterally. I'd take some of their players all day.
You can't say that you wouldn't have Vinny Jr.
You said you said you'd never sign a single player. You said you'd never sign a single player from Liverpool.
We need
and then when we mentioned
I didn't say I wouldn't sign a single player from Liverpool. I said I wouldn't sign. I never said I wouldn't sign a single player from Liverpool. I said I'd sign for Bosley, but I wouldn't sign a Trent Alexander-Arnold who was brought up as a Scouser in Liverpool, Scouser all his life to hate Manx.
Pulpit, you just said it. He's a knobhead. This team has lacked knobheads for years. I don't want a knobhead.
I don't want a knobhead in that. I don't want a Vinny Jr. knobhead. I want a Bernardo Silva knobhead. I want a Bernardo Silva knobhead. I don't want a Vinny Jr. knobhead.
Well, from the outside looking in, people will talk about Bernardo Silva. How you're talking about Vinny
other teams absolutely hate him the same way that you obviously hate Vinny Jr. or whatever.
I don't want this different kind of knobheads, but Vinny Jr. is the worst kind of knobhead.
Nah,
come on. Again, it's fine that you hate him. It's fine that you dislike him or hate him or whatever. That's fine. But I just think that we got to be honest. He was a
36 GA.
Like again, we're going to give up a lot of praise for Semenyo. It's like, oh, he played really well in this preseason match against Inter. He looked really good. He was the best player on the pitch. That's an average day for Vinny Jr. Let me just be honest. That's an average day, maybe even a low day.
They have 2 games a season. The rest of it, they're just playing farmers. Getafe.
Mate, his Champions League record is pretty scary.
What were they playing teams like Odensk and shit?
You know how many
They play us. They play us every single, and they'll probably play us again this season.
It's easy to play league where you have to peak for 10 games a season.
We've watched him cook our team about 5 times.
Yeah, he has to peak.
City.
No, in the last game, it was because we was up against him, was throwing everything the dice, we're down to 10 men.
Oh, God.
In Spain, you have to peak for 10 games a year. Peak for 10 games a year in Madrid. You can't do it over here. He ain't going to the whole city on a Tuesday night and peaking. I'm telling you now.
Right. Anyway, let me finish these chats because I want to speak about City incomings, not Arsenal incomings. Big up Dylan. He says, seen our insiders say Maresca may play Biwadi at centre, defensive mid and right back. Makes you wonder if he rates Nunes. Also would love to see Cherki at the 10 this season. I've seen a lot of people talk about this Biwadi right back thing. That ain't going to happen, man. I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? If you want a right back, buy a right back. Don't start fucking about now buying a
I would be upset if they played him out.
We've already got the best right back in the league at the club, so chill out.
It would feel like a kick in the teeth if they kicked a right back can down the road last season just for them to play defensive midfielder at right back again. They currently have a midfielder at right back, and they're big. We waited the whole year to sign a right back. Signing is another midfielder. I don't get pissed off often, but that would really royally.
And we will probably invert our left back because we're going to have, if he continues to play Nico O'Reilly at left back, he's going to be the one that's going to be tucking into midfield. So I don't know.
Nah, facts. Shout out to Robertinho, bro. He sent 3 in. Let me just get these 3 in, boys. He says, this isn't 2023 anymore. Arsenal won the Prem with a shite tech CDM, and that's below Rodri. Anyone with eyes can see Nico G is technically clear of Declan Cheeks and did well last season with a run of game. bun Rodri, and any player who thinks they're above the badge or given up, stick Nico G in. He also says, and we can play ball. We're miles better in the second half of the friendly with him in. For fuck's sake, this is Rodri FC. Dream is only a dream. Move him the fuck on. So he's basically with Pulper there. Shout out Robertinho, man, for the super chats,
I mean,
bro.
you did just compare Nico Gonzalez to a double pivot of Kovacic and Reinders, which is a very low bar. But
we did improve, though. We did massively improve in that second half.
I don't think he's the answer, though. He's not the answer.
No, he's not the answer.
No, he's not the answer because Rodri came in last January and we all agreed he looked a cut above everyone else. Like Nico G did.
Well, but there was a drop off initially. There was a drop off when Rodri first came back, where we were like, he's not. We took Nico G out of but that was intentional to get Rodri to this point where he's like the best player in the World Cup.
I really like Nico G, but at the same time, if he's our starting midfielder for 70 games, we're going.
He's a good squad player.
We're going to see that he's a good backup and not a starter.
That's what he is, squad player. Big up Robertinho, man. Shout out Tom, says, buy yourself a Monster Energy on me, LB. I will do, bro. I'm on the hunt for the Blue Hawaiian, man. Big up to you, man. I'll definitely got one. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Thaisa as well, who's become a channel member. I appreciate it. Links in the description for anyone who wants to become a member. Big up to Thaisa. And we'll move it on to Jer's super chat. He says, which position do you think should be filled? Let me come to Jer on this one because he wanted to talk about this before we got the super chats in. And big up to everyone that did send a super chat, man. I appreciate it. Jay, what are you saying, man? You sounded a little stressed. I'm not going to lie.
Me?
Yeah, before about you saying that.
Oh, yeah.
With our fingers in our asses.
Right, so.
Positive J.
Right. I'm gassed for the transfer window. It's always one of the most exciting times of the year for me, yeah. But I did a stream like this time last week, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be back with some breaking news before bro. Nothing has fucking happened again in a whole week. The Premier League starts in 2 weeks' time. We've come off the back of barely challenging for a Premier League last year, and all we've really done is brought in Elliot Anderson. There's no rumours. There's no fucking links. We've sold Trafford, our best keeper. Like, this window so far is giving fucking 2 out of 10 for me. So if Rodri's going to go, we need to start making fucking moves, and soon, man. Soon. Because whatever's going on behind closed doors right now is not it. Whatever Viana's cooking up is not it, man. We need action. How is Maresca not supposed to know what his best team is and be able to work with these guys? It's going to take time to kind of transition. You need to get the bodies through the door as early as possible. I can't believe we're in a position now where we're still waiting around 2 weeks before the season starts and the correct personnel hasn't been brought through the door already. And I'm saying that in the most positive way possible, right? I need more action for our club so it can be the best it can be next season, man. I don't know what you all think, but I'm sick of fucking waiting around.
I'm quite surprised that we've only got one deal across the line so far. I am surprised. I think this Biwadi deal is probably close. I think it's probably is going to get done. But I still think we need another right back. I've seen people in the chat. I can't remember who it was, but whoever it was, big up to you, who said we don't need a right back. We've got Cousinov. Cousinov ain't a right back, bro. We've seen that last year. He ain't a right back. We need another right back. I think you need another midfielder after Biwadi. Yeah, so we need to sign Biwadi and another midfielder because at the moment, Ryan just ain't cutting it for me. Yesterday, didn't cut it again. And I think, I mean, we can have a discussion about the winger, whether you guys want to keep Savio, whether you want to run McAdoo, or whether you think we need to went to the market. But I still think this, and obviously, I don't know.
Even those deals, though, why aren't they been done? Even the outgoings that haven't been done, like these guys. If Maresca's not planning on having these guys around next season, if he doesn't back him, if you don't think, why are they not fucking already out the door, bro? What are they waiting for?
He probably had to see him at least once in a match.
Why is Savio still here? Why is Grealish still here? Why is Kovacic still? These are the guys that should be fucking out there, man. Get the money through the door. Get the fucking wages off the table.
Grealish has treble winning pedigree.
Don't go there, Joe.
Positive, Jay. Positive.
He's testing you.
But if you want to talk about bringing people through the door, the right personnel, you need to get these guys out the door. You need to know what you're working with, wage balance wise, fucking, I don't know, homegrown and everything. That should have been done as early as possible. Get the bums out the door.
I think
can start looking at next season.
My thing is more that it's not that nothing's happened. It's not that we haven't actually got the deals over the line, because like as long as I know that they're coming, like in the case of Buadi, like I know that's probably going to happen. So I'm a bit annoyed that it hasn't happened yet, but I know that it's probably happening. We haven't been really strongly linked with a winger, and we haven't really been strongly.
Pedro Neto's the only one who's dead.
Like, and these are the kind of things where it's like I don't even see any possibility that those signings are going to happen. Like even if Rodri goes, I'm not even seeing links to another midfielder to sort of come in and replace him. So like if he goes, we haven't even been linked with. We're only really linked with at the moment Buadi, and that's it. And like that's I don't know, because like on the one hand, Klopp left and Liverpool did basically nothing to their squad and then won the league the year after. And Slot is a shit manager, as we've seen in the year that came after that. Like he was clearly just riding off what Klopp had kind of already put in place and stuff. So I don't think that if we don't sign a bunch of players, we're doomed to have like a terrible season. I still think there's a world where Maresca actually has like a really good and we have a really good season, even if we don't sign all of these players that we thought we were going into the window. But yeah, if we sell Savio, for example, we still need a body to come in for that. I mean, McAdoo looking great in pre-season is good, but how many times have we fallen for that for it to not really be like, you know, the
I think the problem with me is that I don't feel like we're being proactive, man. Everything in this transfer window, I feel, is reactive, similar to how it was last year, like with the Donnarumma buy. It's all reacting to moments in the transfer window, reacting to people becoming available or to be. We should have a plan in place of who we want from the get-go, a list that you move down, and I don't get that feeling from whatever's going on with Manchester.
What are the examples? What are the examples of us?
Everything feels reactive. I think we'll only make a move if somebody goes out the door.
What are the examples of us being reactive?
I've just give one straight off the bat. The Donnarumma transfer.
No. I mean this season. You're saying it feels like it now.
That's what I'm saying, Joe. I feel like we're waiting around for something to happen, for someone to leave, for someone to come in, for someone to like. We're not going out and making moves ourselves and throwing our weight around, which we should be doing. Do you know what I'm saying? We should be the proactive ones. We're supposed to be one of the fucking richest clubs in the world. We're waiting for people to come in and maybe put a bid in and do this and fucking put in a shit offer for Savio. We need to go out there and get the players we want from the get-go.
I'm not sure if it's
mil. I was just saying, we just spent 116 mil on the best player in the Premier League the best midfielder in the Premier League last season.
Right.
Like statistically, the best Premier League midfielder in the Premier League last season. We've just gone and done it, and we might be spunking 90 million on like an 18-year-old from France. Like those are two like quite big, throw your weight around kind of deals.
I don't
but
think
I do accept. I'm sorry, but they definitely are plucking the best midfielder from the Premier League out from another club and bringing it.
Let's be real though, he's not the best player in the. He's not the best midfielder in the Premier League, is he?
He literally was last season. Like statistically, what he
Bro,
does,
we nearly got relegated.
No, you can't. Jay, he was England's best midfielder in the World Cup.
Relegation is a team thing.
Declan fucking Rice is a bum, mate. We were still shit. England was still dead in that tournament, and he still nearly got relegated last year. It's a big deal for a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
I'm liking this positivity.
He's a good player, but you can't tell me that we're moving mountains in this transfer window.
I'm sorry, but we're about to spend nearly 100 million on an 18-year-old from France. Like that is massive. Like that's huge. Like no one's ever done that.
I don't think that is massive though. Because he's an 18-year-old.
No.
You don't like the player, and that's fine. You would rather spend that same money and go get Bruno G, and that's fine. That's an argument that can be made.
I think it's fine, but I still don't think it's not us moving mountains, man. It's not us making statements. People are going to look at that and go, "Oh fuck, City have got Buadi. Oh, we're fucking cooked next year, boys." Do you know what I mean? When you look at the business that other clubs are doing, and you're like, "Fuck." If Arsenal get Bruno G, if Arsenal get Vinny Jr., like there's a difference in the level of
okay. How can signing the best player in the Premier League not be making a big statement?
How is he the best player in the Premier League?
He was. Who was the best player in the Premier League last year?
That is too far.
Are you
insane? How is he the best player in the Premier League?
Who was the best player in the Premier League last year?
Bro, he wasn't even in the top 20 players.
Who was the best player in the Premier League last year?
Oh my God!
To be honest, Paul, it was probably Bruno.
Oh my God! I could name you 20 players better than him.
Let's go.
You couldn't.
Come on, then. Let's go. 20 players better than him.
Jay is struggling with that positivity thing.
Jay, come on, positive, Jay. So like,
You
last
can't
season.
tell me Anderson's the best player
Jay,
in the league,
Jay,
bro.
so okay, let's say last season, then let's just give it to Pub that he was the best defensive midfielder in the league last year. Because statistically,
I didn't know best midfielder. Who was the best midfielder in the league last year? Okay,
Bruno
You said
Fernandes
he was the
probably.
best player.
no, it might have been Bruno Fernandes. Bollocks. Don't lie.
He broke the assist record.
What
It
by
was him.
spamming crosses for the last 5 games of the season? They would just also give the ball to him.
Doing what
Nah,
people
I'm not
who
having
create
it.
chances
Well,
do.
mate,
That's
Goals
ridiculous.
count
Your
however you get them.
blind hate-
Nonsense. No
Your
goals.
blind hate is
No.
really clouding your football judgment
No,
nowadays.
mate.
Right, but anyway, moving
He's
past that,
shaking off the rust, Jay. It's okay.
moving past that, if we just get to the point, Jay, that he was the best defensive midfielder in the league last season, which he was, and that's just I don't
Probably,
think anyone
yeah.
can really dispute that.
Correct.
So how is signing that guy not throwing your weight around as one of the biggest clubs in England? How is for at the time a record fee for a British player?
It's a pretty good move. It's a pretty good move. That singular, Joe, at this point in the window is not moving mountains. Elliot Anderson is not moving mountains for me. It's a good signing. It's a good signing, right? I am not denying it's a good signing. I rate him as a player. Yeah, he was good in the World Cup in a fucking shite England midfield. But it's not. People aren't looking at that and going, "Fuck!" Like they're
I think a lot of
they
people-
really do
Whoa,
mean business.
Jay, you can't take other fans' opinions of our players seriously. They're gonna shit on our players no matter what. What do you
No, I'm
expect?
talking about the opinions of the other clubs as well. People won't be looking at us scared for next year because we've brought in fucking Elliot Anderson. Come on, people. Are you being serious?
Most of the clubs wanted him.
Do you think-
Most of the clubs
Hey,
wanted him? Of course they will.
Question
think
for you, then, Jay. Do you think years ago when United signed Michael Carrick from Spurs for which was a decent fee, but then the clubs were going running scared then?
What, Michael Carrick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2006.
No,
There
exactly.
you go. Then what sort of midfielder was Michael Carrick for United? He was there for a decade and took the piss.
He was fucking shit, Michael
Oh,
Carrick.
no, Jay,
No,
you-
Jay, come on.
Oh my God.
He was an average England
No, he
English
wasn't.
midfielder.
Jay,
No, he
you
wasn't.
can't even
No, he
say
wasn't.
that without
Mate,
keeping a straight
Gareth,
face.
Michael
Guys,
Carrick cannot
I'm
lace
out.
Gareth Barry's boots, mate. He's not even close to Gareth Barry level.
Carrick was a little bit better than Gareth Barry. Like,
No, he wasn't. Don't.
He
No,
was
he
a lot
wasn't.
better.
No, he wasn't better than
How many
Gareth
trophies did
Barry.
United win? How many trophies did he win? I'm
Oh,
saying.
fuck off! You can't just come back to trophies, and
Well,
tell
you
me
can't
Michael-
come back. Well, you can't
It's
come
all
back to
about it.
relegation with Elliot
It's
Anderson.
all
then.
about that.
Anyway, it's positive decision. I like it. So we've moved on. So if we just, if I think that like, look, if we do sign Buadi, then if those two signings get done, like, what more do you need for us?
That's
to look
that,
like a
and you're
serious-
happy with that if they're the only two pieces of business.
I wouldn't
we
be
do.
happy with it, but I can't.
That's
I wouldn't
insane
also.
to me.
I wouldn't. I'm
That's
not happy with
insane.
it, but I'd also. It's 200 million on like.
Bro,
refreshing
we've bought an
the midfield that's needed
18-year-old
refreshing
and a
for
guy who
ages.
nearly got relegated last season, and you think that's good enough to get back
If
in
you
a
could,
title
no,
race?
sorry. If you can't count trophies as to why Carrick's good, I'm not having relegation as to why Elliot Anderson's not good. You can't have that.
That's fair. Jay, that's
That
fair.
is fair, Joe.
Fair. You got
I never said Carrick was. Well, I think he was shit. Yeah, I do think he was shit. He was an average English midfielder. And anyone who says, any Man City fan with chest that says Carrick was better than Gareth Barry, hang your head in fucking
The
shame,
proof's in
man.
the pudding.
Because
The
you
proof-
don't
I'm sorry,
know
but the
ball.
proof's in the pudding.
How's the proof in the pudding? How?
See the number
Because
of
Carrick
trophies
played
that
for Man
Carrick
United, and
won.
that's it. If Barry went to Man United at the exact same point in his career, he would have won the exact same amount of trophies.
I just
He's
don't really
part of
understand
the team.
one thing, Jay, where you're talking about just because Nottingham Forest was shit doesn't mean that Elliot Anderson was, mate. You know what I mean?
And have I not all along in this entire conversation said, I don't think Elliot Anderson's shit. I think he's a good player. I have said that the whole conversation. All I've said is he ain't moving mountains. He ain't scaring teams. He ain't giving me the feeling of, yeah, we're going to challenge for a fucking treble, quadruple next year. That ain't the business that I look at and think, wow, we're back in
I think the only
title race.
kind of player that does that though to anyone is a world-class attacker. That's the only thing that does that for people. And
Exactly. So
unfortunately,
I have an issue then, Joe, when you're saying you'd be happy if it was just Anderson and Buwadi that came in the door this window.
I actually
That's
didn't say
crazy
I'd
to
be
me.
happy.
That's
When
crazy.
you asked,
Jay,
when you
he
asked me
didn't
that,
say
I
that.
actually
He
said,
said quite the
when you
opposite,
asked me if I'd be happy with that, I literally said no. So I
Okay.
said that my thing is just though that's 200 mil spent on refreshing a midfield that we've all looked at since the treble and have
A
wanted to be
midfield that we're going to
refreshed.
lose the best player in the world in, by the way. And you think
We have
that's
no
enough?
look if that's going to happen, then we don't really have like a say.
But
on
you
that.
still
And
think
that's
that's enough? No chance, mate. No
Jake,
chance.
I've got something to ask you, mate, about Forest being poor and Anderson being for them and saying we're going to get relegated, right? So if Anderson was playing for Forest and they were really, really poor sort of stuff is what you're saying, right? And he's brings his value, right? Then on the other page, you want Bruno Guimaraes, who played for Newcastle, who lost more games.
Bruno G's done loads more.
No. Bruno G lost more games and was in the worst team.
Bruno G's done loads more in his career than Elliot Anderson has. Won trophies, played in the Champions League.
So now it's about the trophies.
Well, sorry, about trophies.
Don't do this.
No. You were shitting on Michael Carrick.
Yes, come on, Jay.
I cannot believe I'm arguing with Man City fans who are glazing Michael Carrick. I am disgusted. Bobby, you've talked about rivalry.
His head's gone. He was a new man. He was a new man for 1 hour and 32 minutes.
Bobby, for an hour and a half, you've talked about rivalries and loyalty, and you've sat there and argued with me, glazing Michael Carrick as part of your argument. Where's the?
I used him as a way to bring your argument down, which I've just absolutely put in the bin.
Disgrace, man.
So all right, let me ask you a question then, right? So, what do you need more? Let's assume, well, Anderson's done. Let's say Bawadi gets done. What do you, because you're saying that shit window, so what do you need more then?
Right. Here we go. If you're expecting to have a positive season and get the fans behind a new manager who's taken over from the greatest manager of all time, you have to show a statement of intent and give him the tools that he needs to be able to challenge for the Premier League next season. Because these fans are not going to settle for any less than that, than to challenge for the Premier League next season. With Enzo Maresca, who's already got the impossible job of taking over Pep Guardiola, you have to make a fucking impact and a big statement in this transfer window to give him big names, players that are ready now to challenge Arsenal next year. And so far this window, I don't think we are even close.
I reckon, no, Jay. With or without any more signings, we're already going to challenge for this league, man. Even if we don't make any more signings, we're already challenging.
Give us some names, Jay.
We've just who we've brought in so far.
Jay, give us some names and positions.
We'll already challenge, man. Trust me.
We want names and positions, though, because that's the question.
Right, we need a right back to cover with Nunes. It doesn't make sense. Fucking Gusto, then, if you want a name. Anyone, bro. Just someone who can rotate with Mateus Nunes. I don't really care who it is, because as you all know, we already have the best right back in the league, who I fucking love. So I don't care about the right back.
What about Rico Lewis as a backup?
Get him gone, mate. No, not as a right back. He's shite. He's not as a right back, Steve.
So we've got Gusto. Keep going. Keep going.
Another midfielder, 100%. If Rodri's going,
we can't have Bruno G.
Okay, we've already brought in, say, Bawadi. If that happens, Elliot Anderson's a bit of a ball winner. Rodri does the job of 3 midfielders, right? So you've got to bring in 3 midfielders to make up for the jobs that Rodri does. You've already got the ball winner in Elliot Anderson. You've got Bawadi, who's a bit of a mix, who can carry it and pass it nicely as well. I'd bring in a techie baller like a Wharton as well.
The thing is, you know, bro, I don't
think
think that Anderson's just the
ball
winner, you know.
Then you've got 3 different
Jay spent 300
then
million so far.
around.
I spent 380 million here, Jay. Keep going, mate. So that's the midfielder.
But you've just been saying that you wanted to throw our weight around in the transfer window before, and now you're having to go at me for the money.
No, I'm saying you're saying names, so come on.
Wharton was what are they talking 70 million for him?
Oh my God, bro! Yeah. And these are the comments now. This isn't FIFA, mate. I've asked for Gusto and Wharton. What are you talking about? How is it? How is that?
How much do you think Palace are going to want 100 million for Wharton?
You're making out like I'm going Vitinha,
Jay, who do you want on the wing? Who do you want on the wing, Jay? Who do you want on the wing?
Bro, I'm not allowed to spend any money because
spend what you want, Jay. Who's the winger? Come on, Jay.
I'm not allowed to spend any money.
Come on.
I'll take
Come on, Jay. Be positive.
I'll take the cheapest winger in the Champions
Who's the name?
Just to keep people happy.
Give us names. Winger.
He wants Dwight.
We need your winger. We need your winger, Mr. Positive.
Dwight McNeil, 5 million just to save.
Pep wanted him, didn't he? Come on, give us your winger, Jay. Be serious.
But seriously, who's the winger? Who's the winger if it's not going to be Vinny Junior who's going to? If we assume he's going to Arsenal, who do you?
I'd make the move on Vinny. If the chance was there, I would make the move on it because it's a statement signing, which is what I've been.
I know, Pope.
I hate him, yeah. I hate him, yeah. I hate Vinicius Junior, and it will hurt me for the first few weeks. But you cannot tell me that's not a statement signing this window.
I think Vinny Junior hate is overstated.
I agree.
Nah, he is a wanker. Like when you watch him play football, he is like he's a prick. But I think it's the Madrid factor. I think most players.
Once is at your football club, I'm telling you, you'll love him.
Oh yeah. I'll be all over it. And also he's got a new face, so he's like new face, like new. He's turned over a new leaf.
So what happens to Doku then, Jay?
What
happens to Doku, mate?
Oh, that's a good point.
Playing right wing, bro.
Starboy.
Playing right wing.
What happens to Semenyo, mate? What happens to Turkey, mate?
People can play, mate. People can rotate across a 70-game season. Like,
Vinny Junior's never getting rotated, mate. Vinny Junior's playing every game.
You aren't buying Vinny Junior and putting him on 500 grand a week and rotating.
This
is what I'm saying. You can play Doku right wing.
So then what happens to Semenyo, mate?
But Doku's played all of his best football.
When was Semenyo the Lord and Saviour? He can fucking rotate.
Okay, Jay, you want to bench Semenyo? All right, so in the City extra.
No, I don't. I didn't say that. I said rotate. I didn't. I said
rotating, they're not bench rotate.
Rotate, bro.
So you've got four players playing for one position, basically.
What is people's problem with being against bringing bodies into the club because they're not going to start? Do you know how many games across a season people play football? Like one of the players a couple of seasons ago who played the most minutes and fucking games in a year was Bernardo Silva, and I don't even think he used to start every game. It was that Gundo KDB spell, and he still played the most games across the.
Can I just make the argument though, Jay, that if we all agree that Doku's probably been one of our best players over the last 12 months, which he definitely has, why would you not bring in a right winger instead of a left winger? Like, why would you not go in for sign a guy who?
You can, Joe.
I think that's the ideal scenario. But there is no right winger that gives you the same impact that you would have by bringing in Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. is literally, again, the impact that he has.
Oh yeah,
we are undisputed favorites for this league. Undisputed.
Yeah.
But then we suddenly need Doku to learn to be a right winger at the level of left wing that he
is, and if he doesn't, we let Semenyo keep doing what he's been doing on the right wing for us.
Yeah, both have a crack at it.
Yeah.
So we finally got.
Run Foden out there every now and again. Run Turkey out there every now and again.
We finally got Doku consistently playing well on the left wing, and we just go right off you fuck, mate. Here's Vinny Jr.
Yeah, but the problem is though, Joe, the right wing market's dead.
Unless you bring in Elise or Yamalin, what are you doing?
That's the problem.
You don't have the money for it.
Unless you want to just run McAdoo, but then don't be crying if he's shit, because that's a possibility. I just want to say something. I'm with Jay on this whole thing.
Thank you, bro. Why have you been so quiet then? I've been getting
because I let this shit marinate, bro. I let this shit marinate. I think Jay's been cooking. We need another right back because Nunes gets injured. We're cooked. Nunes got injured. He missed 2 or 3 games. We lost every single game, and he towards the end of the season massively dropped off. Because he was fucking cooked, because he had nothing left in the tank. We need another right back, 100%. Rico ain't good enough to play there. Kuzanov don't give us what we need. Vita Hayes, don't even chat to about him playing right back. That's just not something right now.
Nah.
I agree with Jay. I think we need another midfielder.
I mean, we all agree with Jay there. He's not exactly cooked there because it's the
right. Okay, let's move on to the midfielder.
We're not just saying
right where you actually all started cooking him on the whole midfielder situation.
No,
the guy's speaking facts, bro. Get rid of Reinders, man. This guy don't do nothing on a football pitch, mate. Yeah, Kovacic. If you want to keep him to be an experienced player, cool. But the guy shouldn't be playing too many games. And we assume Rodri's gone. We need another player in there. If you want to go and get Wharton, go and get Wharton. Like, I'd personally like someone a little bit more experienced, which is why for the last fucking 2 years, I've been saying go and get Bruno Guimaraes out of Newcastle.
But the time's passed now, so we've got to go with what
for 80 mil. So if you want to go and get Wharton for whatever it is, go and get him in. And then on top of that, you need to make a decision about what you're doing with Savio and who replaces him. That's the facts.
Can I just say that I actually also agree, but it was just funny to wind Jay up.
Fuck off! There's no way. You can't say that now after 15
obviously, if Rodri goes, we need another midfielder, and I'm kind of with you. But I would keep Reinders for a second year personally, and I would just get Kovacic.
I think Reinders allowed a second year.
I think
he's allowed one, but he's still fucking cheeks.
I know that Kovacic got a lovely glazing in here last season when he played one game in the Carabao Cup, and everyone thought that he actually was going to save our season this year. But I think now that he's a year older and we know that he's actually not, it's fine. I'd get rid of him and just keep.
My thing on that though, Joe, is more experience, because we've lost a lot of experience over the last 2 years.
Yeah, but what does 15 games?
I'd rather get rid of Reinders than Kovacic.
Kovacic has to stay.
I'd rather get rid of Reinders than Kovacic, bro, because Reinders owes me something, yeah? You want to talk about players owing me shit, yeah? We spent 50 million quid on this midfielder of the year from Serie A, yeah? He owes us performances, and he's
not good enough, man.
And, bro, this guy got dropped from Netherlands, bro. Yeah, so it's not just a City thing. People go, oh, it's just a City thing, no. Well, he got dropped from Netherlands. He played yesterday against Inter Milan and was shit again. ghosted again, got hooked at half-time. Like,
Kovacic was shit yesterday by all accounts.
No, but you're missing the point. Kovacic doesn't only
It
shit.
has the
Kovacic can just go to training.
Kovacic came in as a depth player.
Kovacic comes in as experience, Joe. I'm not expecting nothing from him. I don't even need to see Kovacic on the football pitch.
I'm not dead emotionally invested in which one it is that goes. If it is Reinders that goes, I'm not gonna be crying here about it and saying we should have sold Kovacic instead. But if it's my choice personally, if it's up to me,
they can both go.
I would say Kovacic go. But either way, the point is you've got to bring in another midfielder.
Yeah.
And if it's Wharton or someone like that, I'm totally fine with that. The winger situation is where I'm kind of just, if we accept that Vinny Jr.'s gone to Arsenal, it's not happening. Where we get into.
He's signing a contract at Real Madrid.
If whatever the point is that Vinny Jr. doesn't come to Manchester City, then we've got a situation where it's like, right, well, what do we actually fucking do in the forward line? Because Savio going out the door makes no sense if we aren't going to have anyone to actually bring in to replace him. Like, I would actually rather just keep him in that situation.
It's going to be
also the amount of money that's being put on the table for Savio is so crazy that we can't say no to it. If it is 60-65 million, we have to basically just take that because he's not done anything to prove he's that level of player.
Right, it's like the Rodri thing. What the hell are you going to do with the money, though? What are you doing with the money?
Well, Danny, let me ask you about McAdoo, right? You obviously watch a lot of academy football. Where's McAdoo at? Could we potentially give him the minutes?
I mean, I thought more it's like Foden 18-19, where he just started the first round of every cup, but he kind of exceeded expectations yesterday and looked very good. I still cannot back starting him regularly in the Premier League.
Everyone did this with Oscar Bob as well, mate.
Yeah.
We did it with everyone.
The guy is the same age as Foden was in 18-19. We don't have to rush him. We can give him time.
Don't forget as well that Savio actually did start like a fair few games last season. Like, yeah, and you're giving someone and doesn't Maresca quite enjoy having wingers and playing with them? Like, we can't get rid of someone who's, as much as we don't think he's great, we can't get rid of someone who's 21 and has 2 years of Premier League experience versus a kid. If we're going to get rid of that guy, then we've got to bring in an actual a first team player.
That's the ideal situation, Joe. But have you looked at the transfer window,
market? I agree. That guy doesn't exist.
We're in a pickle, mate.
Because
City don't know what they're doing. I think Viana on this topic has literally no idea.
And this is why, LB, you've got to be proactive rather than reactive, because we're already too late on the fucking Bruno G.
Proactive on who?
We should be making moves on these guys before it's too late now. Bruno G, it's too late for them.
Winger.
We could have gone for
the winger.
We could have gone for Diamante, but it's too late for him now as well because we waited too long.
What winger?
They said we were in for Diamante, but there's a bunch of legal issues, legal stuff.
We're too busy waiting around.
But Diamante had one season in Germany and now everyone's 12.
Jay,
I don't think he was worth 100 million
like that. The World Cup, be honest. Had you watched a single minute of him before the World Cup? Yes or no?
Yeah, mate, loads.
Like, no.
Yeah,
what I don't understand is, why are we willing to go and spend 120 million on Diamante? He's had one season in the Bundesliga, but everyone on McAdoo is like, nah, no chance.
Because I'd rather that than fucking Savio for another year, mate. That's why.
Yeah, but no, we've accepted.
Would you go for Bradley Barcola?
100%, 100%. I would go for Bradley Barcola if it came about. What do you mean? Why? Because we've got shit wingers, Pulpit. We need better wingers. The guy's just gone back-to-back Champions Leagues, bro, and been a big part of that PSG team. He's better than our wingers.
He was a part of it.
Simple as. Do you not think Barcola's better than the wingers at this club?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So why would we not?
He's better than Savio.
I'm not sure he's better than Doku.
He's better than Savio, yes.
No, I'm not saying, right, okay, I'm not necessarily he's definitely better than Doku, but the rest of the wingers at this club, why would you not get a guy who's clearly better than the options we've got? Barcola cooked if you want to talk about World Cup, Barcola looked sick in the World Cup. Did you watch Semenyo in the World Cup? Bro didn't have a shot on target.
No, but then again, Jay, Semenyo had a
France didn't have one shot on target.
France versus Ghana.
France were the fucking Avengers going into that World Cup. Ghana.
If you don't think Barcola is better than Semenyo, then you've got serious.
Semenyo? Nah, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Barcola got 4.
He's better than Savio because he's willing to shoot. Savio gets in really good positions. He's good on the ball. He passes well. He does all the things except for he doesn't even shoot. He can't score if you don't shoot. And when he does shoot, it's poor.
Are we forgetting about what Semenyo we watched last year for 90% of the games that he played? Like people's memories.
How many goals did he score for us, Jay?
He scored in the FA Cup final, Jay.
He scored some big goal. I said 90% of the games he was shit. You cannot deny that.
But Semenyo is a if he doesn't score, what has he done? Kind of player.
He's terrible for 90%.
But so is Salah, and Salah's one of the best wingers Premier League's.
I think Salah's shit as well. He's not one of the best players.
Okay, well, then
wrong person to ask, but maybe
He's got If you're someone like Salah who scored, well, not now, but if you scored in previous years like 30 plus goals a season, then you can get away with that. But I think if you're someone who has only once in their career scored 20 plus goals and never before that, and it remains to be seen whether he will do it since, I don't think we can put Semenyo in that sort of same kind of.
I cannot go through another year of this fucking fan base moaning about wingers, but we're sat here turning our nose up at the thought of maybe signing Bradley Barcola. Everyone's going, "Oh, I don't know about that."
So for the amount that they're asking for, though,
that we've got no wingers, but you had the chance to say, "Would you have him?" You're like, "Nah, he's not good enough. I won't have Vinny Jr. I won't have Barcola, multiple fucking Champions League winners, and then you'll all be moaning next year."
The problem that we're in, though,
and Savio on the wing.
I just don't think it don't fit us, Jay. He doesn't seem like a City winger to me.
Why?
It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to fit the way we played, mate.
What is a City winger then, Pulpy? Fucking Martin Petrov.
Stiff idiot at the minute, to be fair, mate.
Stiff
idiot.
There's no such thing as City wingers nowadays. We've got fucking Antoine
I don't think Barcola's the answer.
Like he's got Timberlands on. Like it don't exist no more. You have to bring in big name ball.
He actually played well the other day. I'm surprised you're killing him as bad as you are being positive, Jay.
He played well yesterday, but this is his problem, Tariq, I think. He has one good game and then 6 bad ones. One good game and then 6 bad ones. That ain't going to cut it across the Premier League.
Right. And Jay, this is what I was trying to say to you 20 minutes before you shouted me down. When that City extra tweet comes out where it says City top scorers, Haaland 12, 7 players 1, are you going to be the first person under there complaining why can't our wingers score goals?
I will, yeah.
But you're ripping down Semenyo.
Yeah.
Because all he does is score goals and nothing else. So I can't win. I can't win with you, bro.
The other problem
I can't win with myself,
is that
Danny.
the other problem that we've got in this current market is that a Barcola or a Vinny Jr. or whoever is going to cost 100 million plus, and like we're not. Can we do that in every position in the squad?
If you sell Rodri, you can.
No, Rodri's. If you
sell Rodri and Savinho,
this is why the money coming through the door is important, because you can reinvest it elsewhere into positions where we do need big names and big ballers. So when people are saying the fee don't matter and stuff like this, or if we get offered 100 million for Rodri, then of course it's going to fucking be positive for us, because then we can go and re-spend that money elsewhere on a fucking big winger.
But let's say then we get 60 mil for him. 65, let's say, because I think that's probably what the club will land at. 65 mil we sell Rodri for, and then we sign Wharton for like 80 or 90. They'd be within the rights to ask for 100 based on the current midfielder market at the moment. So let's say we settle on 90, then we sell Savio for 60, and then PSG go, right, well, Liverpool and City are both in a bidding war here. We're going to say 110, 115 or something like that, because they're currently asking for 100 apparently by all accounts. So then we're just in this situation where we've had to buy like 4
and this is why, Joe,
players.
I would have been
we haven't even touched right back yet.
And this is why I would have been proactive, and I would have been taking Grealish, Reinders, Rico Lewis out to market like pigs on a farm and saying, roll up, who wants to buy these players? Because they're not good enough.
Behind the scenes,
get them all round up and say, these guys are available. If you want to come in and make a bid on these players who are dispensable to this club right now, feel free. But we've not been proactive.
If it comes out in the news tomorrow that Napoli have put a bid in of 8 million for Reinders and accepted, you'd be sat here striking about it, saying we're
not 8 million, but
you're basically taking these players who are donkeys to market. You don't want them, and then Rico Lewis goes to not your first 500 grand.
You can still get a good fee for Reinders, who's on a long contract at the club.
I just want to get our money back.
People would still come in and probably get you his money back for him. But like I've said, you've got to be proactive. You've got to let people know. You've got to say you're not going to work.
But Jay, you're confusing the fact that we haven't literally put a list on our website of players who are available to agents and other clubs knowing who is available. Like they'll all know. Everyone, like if you think Jack Grealish's agent and everybody behind in the Premier League doesn't know that Grealish is available this summer, like. That's just obviously everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's not
Everybody
like it's
knows
the
that
worst
Rico
kept
Lewis
secret,
is
is
up
it?
for sale. Everyone knows Rico Lewis is up for sale this summer if someone wants to come and pay the money for him. Everyone knows that.
But
we're
it's not
probably willing
good.
to
It's
let one
not
of
good
Kovacic
enough
or
just
Nico-
waiting around for something to happen. You've got to.
You can't make other clubs put a bid in. You can't make clubs buy
Mate,
these
you
players.
can butter these guys up, man. Organize a little cheeky meeting in Pep's restaurant and be like, listen, I've got Rico Lewis here, very good player, very good, very cheap, and they'll come and do it, man. Don't do
You
it.
said you didn't want to say. You don't want to say. You just want to say you don't want to sell them for cheap, but now you want to sell them for cheap just for the sake.
This is not. This is
That's
not
why
how
I
this
use
works.
Rico, because he can go for a $5 if needs be. No,
Well, this is very positive.
He's actually going to get us probably some of the most money because he'll be
if this is
straight.
fucking positive, Jay, then we are.
I have been positive. I want positive
Mate,
things
if
to
this is
happen.
positive, Jay, I want to see Jay when Evan Nilsson makes it 1-0.
This is just normal Jay, except you just said. This is just normal Jay, except you end it with saying, "I want the best for the club," and that's it. And it's like,
Is it not positive though, LB? Me asking for more from the.
No,
from
to
the
be
club?
fair, I agree with pretty much everything you said, bro. I've already said it.
Thank you, mate.
This is
You've been quiet
Jay,
again.
not positive, Jay.
No, you've been handling business. I didn't need to get involved, bro.
doesn't make it positive though. Just because we agree with it doesn't make it positive.
Yeah, no, I think you've been cooking, man. I do think we need a right back. We need 2 midfielders, and I think we need a winger. That's where
I
I'm
do.
at with it.
No, I do agree with you, Jay, in the sense that I don't like how they're basically doing one deal at a time and they're taking ages on each deal. Like, you're not going to get all your deals done if you're taking 4 weeks per deal and you're only drip feeding the news out one at a time. Like, we're going to have 3 weeks to get 2 players. It's just going to smell of panic box. I don't know. I mean, I trust the club, but at the same time, it's like, this does feel a bit slow when people tell me the World Cup's slowing things down. Well, it's been
A lot of it, Danny, is these clubs that are selling will be saying, look, we'll sell him, but we need to find a replacement. And they'll be holding things up. It's just a chain of reactions, mate.
It's a domino effect. Facts.
Yeah. You mentioned Pedro Neto, right?
Oh, fuck.
No. I'm just saying, why are you so against it? I'm not saying
You've just been against Vinny Jr. and Sparkle.
Why are you so against it?
You're going to tell me that you're
Because he's
all
not
Neto.
good. His quality is not at the level that we
He's like
demand
the
here
shop.
at Man City.
He's like the shop Neto for those people who are from England, man. That's what kind of winger he is, bro. That little dog with the fucking shopping basket.
I actually think as like a squad player in that
Squad player, yeah.
in that front line. He's
Nah.
fine.
If you was to get,
but we don't. But the thing is, we don't need a squad player. We need a guy who can actually like elevate.
I'd
the
rather
level
play
of our
McAdoo.
wingers.
Swear down.
Yes.
no, but
Swear
would you take Neto over Grealish and just have him as a squad? Because we're gonna need players. We need white.
Neto over Grealish. Grealish hasn't kicked ball for us for like 2 years.
I wouldn't.
Do you think? I have a funny feeling Grealish is going to stay because we need homegrown players.
No, he's
We
not.
ain't got anyone.
Absolutely
Not going to happen.
We ain't got anyone.
Why is he still here? Why is he
Not
still
gonna
here?
happen.
He's injured.
Because no one wants.
He's
Because no one
injured.
wants to buy him,
He's
Jay. We
injured,
can't
mate.
make.
He's going
we
to end
can't
up back
make
at Everton,
But
probably.
Joe, why not? He's a fucking treble winner. He's fun. He's great. He wins pure.
He's injured, Jay.
Well,
There's
unfortunately, there's been an unfortunate series of circumstances have come upon my favourite, my poor Jack Grealish over the last couple of years, and injuries have been a bit taking the toll on him. But rest assured, Jay, that those three winners' medals are indeed in his house somewhere.
Yeah.
We do need homegrown players, though, mate. We do.
Pulpit, would you take Neto over Vinicius Jr.?
Don't say. Don't
The fact
do
you
it.
even have to hesitate.
Don't do it.
I've got the clip ready.
Don't do it.
I've got the clip ready.
It looks like his stream's lagged out.
No, I was just trying to pretend that was streamer froze, mate.
I've got the clip.
You know what? Honestly, no.
Thank God.
I wouldn't have Vinicius Junior in my club. To be fair, mate, I'd just drive that.
Would you take Neto over Barcola?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Play the
That's
clip.
criminal.
Run the clip.
Mate, look at Barcola's numbers. Neto has never had a season.
You get in prison. You get in
Yeah, that's
Pedro
crazy.
Neto over Bradley Barcola, man.
crazy
What
take.
are we doing?
That is a
here?
crazy take, that Pulpit, mate. That is crazy. Yeah, no, I just don't think that
Barcola,
bit at all.
Barcola, that much, mate.
Barcola, who benched Dewey in the World Cup, man.
Why Paris Saint-Germain selling him?
Because they're
they're getting 170 mil for him.
PSG are hoovering up every winger that exists, by the way.
Why
They're
did
fucking
PSG
signing all
sell
of them.
Donnarumma, Pulpit, but you've still got his balls in your gob every week?
Absolutely, mate. I'll take on the rest, the whole shaft if I need to. No, if he's that good, then why are they selling him?
Why?
That's a bullshit.
See-
That's a
see
bullshit.
Donnarumma.
That's how I hear people say this all the time. Because it's a trash argument.
I thought the market was dead.
Why did Barca sell Alexis Sanchez? Why did Real Madrid
And
sell Di
Messi.
Maria?
Why did Barca sell
I thought
Messi?
the market was dead and there's no players.
What?
If the market's dead and there's no wingers, then why?
Nah,
Are they
I
selling
don't
everyone
rate
the best-
Barcola like that. I think he's a
There you go
fucking
then, so
bang
neither
average
do I.
football in historic terms. But
So there you go.
in
That's
today's
what I'm
game,
saying.
it's one of the best you can get in today's game.
He is.
I'd rather have Savio, to be fair.
I don't
They're
think
also-
he's very good. If I
They've
compare,
also-
no, you don't rather have Savio than Barcola.
Fuck off, Walter, please.
They've
I
also
feel like
got,
he's just
PS
clip farming now.
PSG have also got like a surplus of wingers, and they know they've got this guy here who clubs will pay
Exactly.
100 plus
Yeah,
million. for.
170
So, like, why
million
would they?
Mugs, the
why-
Mugs will pay that money for him.
Straight
Mugs.
They've
profit
got
as well.
they've
Mugs.
got fucking Doué, Kvaratskhelia. They've just signed that Akalush, haven't they? And they're going to
Dembele,
sign another
yeah.
guy from. They've got Dembele as
And
well. who can play up there.
170 mil straight profit is easy business, isn't it?
Why did we move on
Yeah.
that Akliush guy?
I said that a couple of weeks ago. That
Were we not
actually
linked with him?
Good from
We were linked
Monaco.
with him a while ago, weren't we?
I think it's
Yes.
because he's a similar profile to a Cherky and Foden. He's not like a flying winger. He's more like
And
He's
also,
a creative
Thank
guy
you.
mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
also in France, PSG just got the pull, haven't they? They actually, like, so many players in France just want to go to PSG.
It's like how it was with Bayern about 8 years ago when they just signed the
Yeah.
best players from when
Yeah,
the second
from-
place team got second place.
yeah,
Like-
from Dortmund all the time.
Like Upamecano and Lewandowski and Mario Götze. I mean, the list goes-
Hummels.
Yeah.
Hummels, yeah.
He is technically still not. got
Do
a club.
not even go there, man.
Has he actually
Uh,
not got another club?
No, he's still not got a club. I was
That's
on
kinda
transfer
crazy.
mat this morning, and he's still on the free transfer list. Mahrez
mean-
is still not got a club. Go get Mahrez.
Bro, imagine Mahrez read.
Get
come
Sane back. Fuck it. At
Do
this
you remember
point.
when you was asking for Jekko back January last year, Elby?
Bro, the guy
Yeah,
back
sorry.
goal. You see, he's made his move permanent. Schalke is playing Bundesliga football next year.
Yes.
See that?
What a guy.
Anyway, let me go
Those
through
are
some
the
of these,
I'm not letting Pope live that down. He's just said he wants Sané back when he's been shitting on
Oh,
Rodri.
I said
Did the
rather have
exact same
Sané
thing
back
as Sané
than
did want to go
fucking
back to
going
his
back for
home club.
Mahrez.
Yeah. Let me come
Yeah,
through some of these
Sané
super
was
chats before we
fine.
wrap up, boys. Yeah. Shout out to Noah. He says, "Big up LB and panel. Pedro Neto soon come. Trust." Nah. We just spoke about that, Noah. No chance, man. He's an average player. However, I did say Luis Diaz was average, and he went to Bayern and started slamming it. So maybe Neto could do the same. I don't know.
That's in the fucking Bundesliga, though, isn't it?
Yeah, now big up Noah though, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Robertino. Said big up the panel. GG at the back yesterday. Bro, I personally think that we'll have plenty of times to discuss Donnarumma, so I won't go over that now, innit? But yeah, big up Robertinho, man. Shout out to Blue80. He says, genuinely, if any City fan can't see that Cousinov is a liability with picking up needless yellow cards,
Don't
he's
not
get
bringing this
fucking
back again.
started on
Is
this,
this
man.
is this Pulpy's Twitter account?
Fuck
This
off.
was here.
People have seen
That's
the light.
Pompey's burner, that.
My what? It's
He
not
got
my
like
opinion.
2 yellow cards in there whole of last season. So it's a
Thanks, Pulpy,
myth.
for the $4.
It's a complete myth.
I don't understand it, mate. I thought he was great against Inter Milan yesterday. I thought he was absolutely exceptional. I thought his passing was immaculate. He made a couple good blocks as well. I just don't get it, man.
He made a wonderful pass to McKay when he was actually playing right
Yeah, he
back
did.
in the second half.
Any City fan
He's
who
just said he copied and
can't
pasted
see
that from my
he's a
Twitter, by the
guaranteed
way.
starter needs to wake up.
Unreal.
You little fucker.
I did justify that at the time. It was literally a reaction to. It was 5 seconds after he got booked for snapping someone in half for no reason.
And it was like his first yellow in all season. I remember.
This
And then I
guy,
did,
man.
when he signed a new contract, what did I tweet out, Jay?
I can't remember.
My yellow card merchant with all of that.
Oh yeah, and it
Yeah.
really saved me as well.
Yeah.
Positive
Nah,
Pulp-
big up
positive
Blue 80,
Jake.
man. That's a good one, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Robertinho. Says, who's the better footballer? JR Pulpy.
Me.
Jay, right now, mate, I'm 44 years old, mate. I went to foot golf yesterday. I feel like I'm disabled this morning.
So you're saying it's purely an age thing?
Yeah,
not a skill.
I'm done.
Okay, you're retired. No problem.
You'd be a good centre back. You're like what, 6'4"?
I was a centre midfielder, mate. I was like Michael Carrick in my day.
Oh fuck me.
Fucking hell.
The goat.
Yeah. Shout out to Dylan. He says Pulpy Haaland is the face of the Prem, man. Says Dill. There you go. There you go, Pulpy.
Yes, mate.
Bill JS again. He says Anderson, Watt, and Nico G. Bawadi on rotation isn't bad, but it's just not a statement. To move the needle, it's going to have to be some hijack thing, says JS. Yeah, listen, I don't think we need a statement in that area. I just think we need to get the business fucking done. You know what I mean? I'm saying it's about profiles, man. I don't think that's a bad four. That's a very good four. That's a very good
It
four.
covers all bases.
But we're not really linked with Wharton at the moment, are we?
No.
I don't know if we're going to get another midfielder, and I think that's a serious mistake. Unless Reinders clicks into gear and actually starts getting.
If
involved
Reinders
in it.
goes, then maybe we make that move.
Reinders would have to go, and at that point,
Yeah.
you'd have to sign someone. But if they keep Reinders, you're basically hoping that Reinders actually turns up this year. But He didn't do that yesterday. Shout out to Massam. He says, Jay, take a touch. It's only the first show.
I did for the first hour. I was chilled.
Jay, you've done like what was it? Peter Kay does that have it where he just slams it. Yeah,
yeah. Pretty much.
Big up Massam, man. Big up to Adam. He says, Anderson, world-class box-to-box unit. Jay's well off. I agree. I think Jay is well off on that particular point, bro.
What did I say? I said he's good.
You know what your problem is? No.
You
You know what your problem is
already?
there on Anderson. You're not recognizing that he fixes a 3-year-old problem in that midfield. You're focusing on the name, on all that kind of stuff. He fixes a problem that Kevin De Bruyne spoke about when he said our midfield is soft.
He does.
And he fixes that.
I said that. I said he's a good player who will fix problems and be handy for us over a Premier League season.
Yeah, but you want a name in it.
You're agreeing with him that he's world class. You think he's world class?
I don't think he's world class. I don't think he's world class. I think you have to
shut
prove
up
that.
then, because
I think he fixes a lot of our problems. A lot.
I'd make the argument that he is world class at that stuff that he does. He's the best in the Premier League at that stuff he does, and he was the best in the World Cup at that stuff that he does. Like I think the stats bear out that the job of recovering the ball and so
he's not world class. Come on,
right?
So as a player, he's not a world class player.
He isn't, OJ. But when
if you specifically talk about those points,
he is world class at those attributes.
At those attributes.
Who was the better player when we signed him?
Right. Well, Reinders is world class then because of his on-ball movement.
I've got a pretty good thing for you, Jay. Who was the better player when we signed him? Anderson, after what he achieved in the Premier League and being good in England and stuff, or Rodri when we got him from Atletico Madrid?
Rodri easily.
No chance.
Bro, he's had one good season at Forest, man.
No, he hasn't at all.
Do you know who was arguably better than Anderson when we bought him? Calvin fucking Phillips, mate. And look what happened to him.
Right, well, he's not in this. He's not in this. What I'm saying, Rodri was not the world class midfielder when we bought him.
Let's not forget Calvin Phillips' performance in that England tour.
I don't want to be associated with this.
He won the England national team
everyone
player of the year.
Everyone goes that.
It's a similar. It was
You're trying to tell me that Calvin Phillips is better than Anderson?
No, at the time when we bought him, Calvin Phillips had just had a mega Euros. He'd won England's player of the year.
But bro, that was a fraudulent award.
You're all just saying this now because of what Calvin Phillips has become after.
No, I said it at the time that this guy is a shit footballer, and the only thing that got him, the only thing he won that award because he could ping a ball. And I always tell you, and you agree with me, that is the most overrated thing in football, pinging a ball 30, 40 yards.
All I'm saying,
because he did that, because he had Henderson or Rice, whoever it was, next to him doing all the hard yards. They give him the ball. And he just did little 30-yard, 40-yard sprays.
Phillips is better than. I'm not saying Phillips is better than Anderson, but at the exact same point that we bought Phillips, he had done similar things for the national team, and he was as important of a player for Leeds, keeping them in the Premier League, as Anderson was for Forest last year. It was a similar scenario.
Phillips can't lace his boots, mate.
I am not saying he's a better player. I'm saying it's a similar scenario of us buying Anderson now than it was when we was buying Phillips back then.
No,
you cannot deny it.
No, Anderson last season was categorically the best player in the league at what we've signed him for. Calvin Phillips was never that when we signed him. Never. And Anderson was potentially one like our best, apart from like probably Bellingham, I think, who's better. He was our best player in the World Cup. And
people agree. He's right.
Again, Phillips was never that for England in those Euros.
He got the player of the season for England.
He won player of the season for England in a Euros campaign when we got to the semi-final.
It means he had 8 good games.
Well, you've been using Anderson's performances for England in the World Cup, Joe. So I'm doing the same with Phillips. Anderson wasn't that good in the World Cup. Let's be real. He had a couple of all right games.
Yeah, but
we still flopped as a team and was shit.
Anderson's been a dominant midfielder in the Premier League.
Exactly. Phillips was never like unanimously one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. He was good.
Phillips just ran around for Leeds. That was all he did. Anderson's been a really good technical midfielder.
He was a benefactor of Bielsa.
You're just mistaken. You're taking for granted what I've said. Like you're thinking of the Calvin Phillips after we signed for City. Think about the time when we bought him. I'm saying the similar profiles at the time of us buying them. You've all been blinded now because of what Calvin Phillips has become. But at the time, Calvin Phillips was one of England's most important players at a major tournament. And he's just done the same in keeping Leeds in the Premier League being their most important player. He was their most important player.
Calvin Phillips was not the most important player in England's side or one of them. He was nowhere near it at that point. And
Just had a good season.
Leeds, you might be right, but that's.
He was a ping merchant, man. That's all he did. Anyway, I need to move on these super chats before we wrap it up, man. Shout out to Vasco says, as of today, this window is bang average at best. Yeah, it is, but obviously there's a month left.
How? Because they've not signed anyone.
Yeah.
That is the definition.
The Premier League.
That is the definition of whether a window is good or bad.
Yeah.
Like,
well, hang on, the window's not. Windows. There's still 30
But
days.
that's what he said. As of today.
As of
today.
Hang on, Arsenal haven't signed anybody.
Well, who gives a fuck about Arsenal?
What I'm saying is, so other teams haven't even really signed anyone yet. So why are we slating off ourselves when we've gone out on purchase?
I know several Arsenal fans who aren't satisfied with the window.
But he said, to be fair, he said as of today. We've still got a month left.
But average at best, if it was just average at best, we just plucked one of the best midfielders out of the Premier League at our club.
And we still don't have a backup right back that could fuck us over. We still got Savinho at the football club. We don't know what's going on with Rodri. We need another midfielder. It is average at best at the moment, but it's not that deep. As he said, as of today, there's still a month left.
I'm not having it.
Well, so what you don't think it's average? How do you rate it?
Hope you found one player, bro.
I'm having a thought. Have we fixed a problem permission? You just said that we have for 3 years.
Out of 10 right now, how would you rate our window?
9.
Fuck off. Fuck off. No way you rate it as a 9. You're on a wind up today, man. You're on a wind up.
You're the positive one. Jay's not
right.
fucking you.
If we didn't, if this transfer window was the window as it was with Boadi coming in, and what we're at, I'd say it was a stay.
But Boadi's not in, so you can't.
We know it's probably almost done. So
but that's what same thing Arsenal fans would say with
Bruno G.
Vinny
Jr.
Maybe not Vinny Jr., but definitely Bruno G.
We know that. We know Vinny Jr. is not going to Arsenal. We know that.
We pray.
We don't know that.
We hope.
We know that.
We don't know that. We do know that.
We've seen this story a million times. He's flirting for a new contract by using the biggest.
Agreed that that's what we hope and we believe. But again, it's
we
possible.
believe it then, yeah. No, I'll rephrase that. 8 out of 10. And we need a right back in Boadi, it'd be 9.
Still too high. Too high.
Mate, not even the lamp that was on Jay's screen would tell you it's an 8 out of 10. Come on.
Yeah, it's maybe a 6.5.
Why we fix the problems we've got? If we get a right back, and we
maybe
get
7.
We haven't got a right back.
If that's why he said as of today.
Right, we've got to come back and see me in 25 days. We'll see.
Yeah, that's when you can. But obviously, that's the guy is just assessing it as of today, which is all you can do. At this
point. But based on the fact that I don't think Anderson's enough. I said this over there, Martin's show.
Is it enough?
You're very lucky you didn't live through the season that I did, where all we did was get Ben Thatcher on a free transfer.
Yeah, but that's different era, bro.
Doesn't matter. Still a City fan. I'm still alive, and I still witnessed it myself.
Yeah, but this is like the thing that Martin does, where he just like references like 40 years ago, like it's relevant.
It wasn't 40. It was about 20, and it was still happened. I still lived it.
No, but it doesn't.
Well, forgive me if I'm a little bit more optimistic about that. This being a good transfer.
It's got nothing to do with today's standards. Like that's the point I'm making. Like it has nothing to do with that. It's like saying like, oh well, remember York away. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
no,
we're a fucking.
People get carried away.
People
are already. The dopamine is already drying off on the ink on the Anderson signing. It has. When Boadi comes in, we go, right, I know, amazing new toy. Next. It's just going to keep going.
No, it's not new. No, it's not new toy. It's the fact that we have 3 holes to fill. We filled one of them.
Yeah, you fill them with a new toy.
No, it's not. No, it's not a new toy. You've got 3 kids at Christmas. You've only given 1 kid a toy. You still got 2 others. You can't just say your job's done because you've only helped 1 kid out. That was a shit analogy. I'm sorry.
Let me finish these chats and we'll get out of here, boys. Big up JS, man, again. He says, at this point, just let Nori cook on the wing. Sounds like you've given up, bro. I can't lie. The season's not even properly started and JS is giving up, bro. He's saying play a left back on the wing. Big up to you, man. Big up Robertinho. He says, Reinders sold us all dreams last season versus Wolves. Don't go back and watch those highlights. They're painful hopium. He's too soft to sell the fraud, says Robertinho. That Wolves game, man.
Oh, mate, after that goal, it's probably an ex-post of mine saying that what he did was like Frank Lampard in his prime.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we all got bad tweets on that game.
Yeah, it's bad, mate. I'm pretty sure. Go find it. It's probably there.
It's funny.
Like Lampard, that. Yeah.
You look at that lineup. It was like our most convincing performance of last season. Well, not really. It was our biggest margin of victory in the Premier League last season. And you look at that lineup, we want like 5 of them gone now. It's actually hilarious. Bob's gone. People want Reinders gone. Trafford's gone. Everyone wants Rico Lewis gone. I don't. I like him. But yeah, it's just funny. I don't know.
Man. Yeah, that was a mad game. Big up
Wait,
Robertinho, man.
Palermo and Wolves. He sold us a dream with those 2 games.
Yeah. Shout out Adam
Tough.
again. He says, I'd take my dead nana over another year as Savio. Wow. Is that bad,
We
yeah?
all want our dead nanas back.
Big up Adam. Big up King. He says, thank you, lads. This has been funny to watch. Nah, big up, man. Another 10 months of these panel shows. So, yeah, get used to it. So you'll be bored by it. This is why we need to have the 2-month break, because after 10 months, yeah, you guys need a rest. Shout out to Kieran. He says, can we give Rodri whatever he wants money-wise, as long as he signs a 1-year extension? Let him go to Real Madrid for... Nah, it's not going to happen, bro. if he signs a new deal, it'll be a 4 or 5 year contract. He'll either leave on a free next year or he'll be sold. He ain't going to sign a 1-year contract extension. Because for him, that does nothing, innit? It doesn't guarantee him going to Real Madrid next year, because Real Madrid next year might go, nah. It doesn't give him the 5-year contract that he wants to, so he can get the cash for the next 5 years. It's just that for him on a personal Rodri situation, it's just terrible for him. So nah, that's never going to happen, bro. But I'd like to keep him in it. But yeah, big up for the super chat, Kieran, man. Big up Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante. He says, hello, Pulp. I heard you call me a rat. No worries, mate. Because of you, I'm taking my brother Big Earl with me to sunny Madrid. Enjoy the Tijani cover double pivot next season while we were sipping sangria.
Oh, fucking hell, Pulp. This is all your fault.
This is all
Clever
your
snake,
fault,
not a rat, mate. Come on.
Yeah, this
That's true, to be fair.
Serpiente.
Get your facts right, Rodrigo.
Big up to you, man. Big up to Ben. He says, we can't sign a right-footed winger. We already have Doku and Semenyo. We have to sign a left-footed one, mate. Yeah, I actually agree. We need a left-footed winger. Who? That's the thing, isn't it? That's why you just run McAdoo, bro. You just run McAdoo. But it's a big risk. It's a big gamble.
We've been here before, mate. We've had Oscar Bob and whoever it was before that, and the one before that, and then it's before that.
Who would you sign then?
Pedro Neto. I don't. You know what, mate? I don't know. I honestly, I've stopped caring. Football transfers have been ruined for me forever.
Why?
I'm just tapped out, mate. I just hate it.
I actually do agree with Pulpy for the first time. And
people are starting to do what I did 2 years ago on this show, turning on Romano and all the con men.
It's the fact that the transfer was drawn out super long.
Get them all gone. Get them in the bin.
Yes,
you know the best thing that happened in the summer for me? Nathan Ake getting announced going to wherever he went.
Yep.
There and then. Bosh.
Came out of nowhere.
That's it. That was it. I was honestly probably got an ad on looking at that, thinking that was amazing. Reminding me of the golden era of transfers. This is what it should be. That is the level. Clubs should take it all in-house. Get rid of the rats like Romano and Ornstein. Get them gone. There you go.
Big up. Shout out to Link. He says, selling Savio in this market is stupid. # keep Savio. There is a couple people in the chat who want to keep him. So you're not on your own there, Link, mate. I think I've had enough of the geezer, to be honest with you. Big up Enes. He says, free Savio already. He's a snake and a rat. He's a Spurs fan. Big up to you, bro. And shout out to King, who says, Jay, good 8-game tournament versus 55 games for Forest, says King. Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll be watching. Nah, Phillips was always dead, bro. He was always a dead baller. He was a terrible player who can just kick a ball 30 yards and everyone thinks he's mint. Anyway, we'll leave it there. What a panel show. Okay, now that was a good one to get us going. A lot to talk about. We'll get the lads back on maybe next weekend or something. We've got a game on Wednesday, so and then we've got a game on I think Saturday against Madrid, Atletico Madrid. So it might be good to get the lads back on next weekend once we've had a couple more pre-season games. We can maybe see where we're at, because obviously after that it'll be one last game against Arsenal and then the season kicks off. So yeah, it's going to be a good one, man. But now, big up to everybody in the chat, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the panel show at night. Like I say, we'll run these every weekend after games. We might do little ad hoc ones during the week if anything major pops off. But shout out obviously to the boys who come on the show. All the links are in the description. I managed to get Pulpers in there as well, so make sure you guys go to the description and follow the boys on there. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. If you do want to check out any of the merch that's available, then go to the link in the description. That's in the chat there as well. Have any of you boys bought any of the merch supporting your boy?
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, I bought some of the crotchless LB underpants. They fit me quite well, to be fair, mate.
Edition, man.
Oh, is that from a different website? Sorry, boss.
Now, go check it out, lads. Link in the description if you want to get yourself some merch. Worldwide shipping on that. But yeah, big up to everybody, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, smash the like button before you go. Still over 1,000 people in there. Let's get the likes of 500. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.